There I am. All right. Hello, everybody. See if I can find me on YouTube so I can pop out chat because I could never do that. YouTube. Okay, pop out. There we go. Live. Pop out. Hello, hello, all my friends. Hello, Red. How are you? See if I can pick up my own link here. Did you get your package yet? George got his. Why? Why do I have so much troubles? StreamYard hates me. Hates me. Copy. There we go. Seriously? Oh my God. Well, it's on its way. Oh my God. And it has a special little surprise for you in there. And yesterday or day before, whatever, it said that it was still in Arizona for George. So hopefully yours is going to be there anytime. I've been trying to keep track too. Jess, hi. It hasn't moved at all? Red? Wait, what? So is it still in the US? Huh. Well, there's the link if anybody wants to hop up and say, hey. Add to stream.
What's up?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Dude. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
I'm just shoving my face full of burgers.
Burgers. I had tacos and Spanish fried rice.
Nice. So what's new?
Hang on, I'm gonna put my headphones on. Okay, what?
I said, so what's new?
Nothing.
Haven't heard from you in a
So
while.
my bathroom's getting fixed. Well, I don't know. Like I haven't been feeling right, and then now I'm okay, and I don't know.
My dog had puppies.
Oh, right on. What kind of dog do you have?
Purebred Italian Mastiffs.
Sweet. How many?
I got 9.
Oh God. You've got your
Yeah.
hands full. Hi, Darren.
Their
Is this
poop
the
is
lost
bigger.
ark?
Their poop is bigger than my Chihuahua.
Mm-hmm. That's why they're called mastiffs, like massive
Right?
dogs. Uh,
Yep.
well, the special surprise that I sent in your package is not M&Ms, so hate me.
What do you mean it's not M&Ms? What'd you do? Eat them all?
No, they would be all, yeah.
Yeah, I figured you did.
They'd be all
And
melted by now.
I doubt it because you know what?
Hi, Nick.
Ida sent me 2 packs of peanut M&Ms, and it took almost 3 weeks to get here, and they were still cold when they got here.
Seriously? It's been over 6
Yeah.
weeks, Red. It's been over 6 weeks. Hi, Native Warrior. Reg Lab. Everybody's here. Dragonfire, right on. 710. No,
Sorry,
I don't know what's going on, Red.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
either.
Sorry.
I don't know either. Like
Lima, hi.
your package is not the only one that hasn't showed up. So
Okay. Well, I think George got his first, and I sent everybody's at the same time. And CoinWorld UK hasn't got his either. So
yeah, I'm missing about 30 packages that refuse to cross the border.
it's cute.
It's like all my mail went on strike.
It all got stuck in LA, Los Angeles.
Yeah, even Chicago.
Mm. Chicago burned down, didn't it?
No, LA did.
Oh, well, there you go. It all fell off a boat.
Right. Yeah.
Pro slice. Oh my gosh. Hi. Yes, that's a wrench in your pocket. Oh, Jess, you can't go across? Are you stuck in the US or in Canada?
She's probably in Canada. I mean,
Hello, George.
if she was stuck in the US, she probably wouldn't be complaining.
Yes, Lima, I'm good with that. Absolutely. But I need you to know that I moderate for Raven Hot Coins on Sunday afternoons and Thursday evenings. So you said they needed a wrench. Never give me a wrench. Yeah, okay. 7:10. After the conversation we had over on George's channel, I probably shouldn't give you a wrench. Oh God, she's in Canada. She's stuck in Canada. Oh crap. Oh, I'm sure you would be. In
I feel
Louisiana. Yeah.
I feel your pain, Jess.
Oh, that sucks.
I've been stuck here for 11 years.
Right, Lima. That's the way it goes. Yes. Mods are to help with chat. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I thought they were for trolling.
Okay.
I mean, that's all I do when I go to George's.
Watch your trolls or troll yourself.
I troll myself.
Troll yourself. Huh.
I try to I try to bring up his thumbs downs, you know.
I gotta give myself a thumbs up. There we go. I always thumbs up my own stuff. Always. Dragonfire, you're stuck in California. You're gonna be stuck in California forever unless you get yourself out. I did 10 years ago. I'm sorry for you.
I think Dragonfire's in Canada, isn't it?
Oh, CA Canada, CA California. I don't know.
I don't know.
Silver hair seeker. Okay, okay. Enough of Canada bashing. California bashing or Canada? See, I'm red. Help me.
Canada.
Okay, Canada. Thank you, Jess. Jess said she was first with thumbs up tonight.
Oh, no, California. He is in.
Silver hair seeker. Yep. SoCal. See, I grew up in the Bay Area. It was fun for like a minute, and then Silicon Valley exploded when I was little, and everything was wrong. Santa Cruz, California. Right on, Dragonfire. Stomping grounds.
Why? Where do you live, Rose?
I live in Arizona right now, but I grew up in California.
Is that you cutting out, or is that me?
Me, probably. I have bad internet.
Okay, I thought it was me.
Let's see here. Maybe if I switch, can you hear me now?
A little bit.
Hello?
Yeah.
Well, my son gave me this gamer headphone thing that I don't know how to use.
Oh, I can hear
So,
you now. I can hear you now.
okay, maybe I should have been using this part before.
Well, you just got like a ruffled voice for some reason. I can still hear you.
Oh my gosh.
Between George's bad camera and your mic, I don't know.
Just go eat some M&M's, Red. It's all good.
I wish we had some on the rest.
Oh,
They won't allow trucks on the res right now. Like
oh no,
our grocery store here is like completely empty.
that's not okay.
No, but thank God I
George
grow my.
says you grow your own.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I'm
just
trying to kill a couple of things out in the front yard here. Between the mold or whatever it is and the heat and me forgetting to water, I may never get any okra or tomatoes.
fix George. Yeah, we grow our own vegetables and we pretty much live off the land, so it's no big deal.
Hey, Kim. Kim's here. Uh, could you see my message or was it blocked? I don't know. What message? Hey, Nick.
Hello.
What's going on,
Hey,
Nick?
Echo. Nick, did you mute the YouTube side?
Yes, I did.
How are you, Nick?
Okay.
I am doing very well.
Kim, I'm not seeing any messages from you.
Rose, your mic is shit.
Okay.
Like really bad.
Oh, FML. FML. How about now?
Keep talking.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Test,
Yeah,
test, test.
yeah, that's a lot.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Is
that's a
it?
lot. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah, you were sounding kind of robotic there.
Welcome
Okay,
to
well,
the
I can do the
chat.
robot. Nick.
Hello, Rose. How are you doing?
I'm good.
That's good.
I'm tired. It's been a long day. It's been a very long day.
Oh, tell me about it. I've been up since like 5:30 this morning.
I don't remember what time I got up, but I
We
got up
had a
early so that a friend could come over and help remodel my bathroom
we had a bad thunderstorm and it
and
woke
cook.
me up. We had some pretty
We're
big
supposed to
storms
get
coming
a
through.
bad, yeah, we're supposed to get a bad um, dust storm. And there was a lot of lightning, but yeah, we don't have any rain, and that sucks because we need the rain.
You're down in Arizona, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we're like we started our monsoon season last month, but we haven't had any. We had one bout of rain, but it was like a minute.
yeah. Your dust storms are pretty wicked down there. Like I mentioned in the past,
Yeah,
I have family that lives down there, and they sent me pictures after dust storms come through, and the house inside the house is a mess.
yes, it is.
Not fun, not fun at all.
No, you know what? I grew up in California where the grass is green and everything is nice and clean. I live across the street from vacant lots, canal, and cotton fields. And so when the dust comes through, it's really fine. And if I don't dust like every day, you can tell.
You see everything.
But yeah, we call the big ones haboobs. And then it looks like, Arizona just exploded.
Do we lose Red?
Yeah, he dropped out. I don't know why. There's nobody in the basement, so
Got 13 people in the chat. Be sure to hit that like button, everybody.
I did. I hit my own like button. Like that. Yeah, George, I hate dusting, so there's that. That and making salad was my two biggest pet peeves with my mother. Red said he'll be right back.
Hello, Lima Echo.
What did? Oh, George, don't swear, because Lima's here, please. Thank you. Lima, I can't guarantee that I won't swear. Hi, Budget Bullion in the house.
Budget goes Whiskey Tingo Foxtrot. And welcome.
What the mm-hmm. That's what the I ain't saying the rest. Fudgesicles. Yeah, that works. So Nick, I see that you've been doing lots of videos lately.
Yeah, just a few.
Just a few.
I've done over the last month and a half, I've done like 50 some odd videos.
That's amazing. Good for you.
Yeah, that's just on this channel. I've actually done more on my other channels I have. Because I have a couple other YouTube channels as well. That's just I just do it for fun. Because I like to keep stuff separate, keep the coins on this channel here. I do
right, and the photography on another. Yep.
Well, I do my photography on this channel here, but everything else, I just have fun with on other channels that I own. It's fun to do. I like it.
Yeah. So I just came up to say hi for everybody because George was stopping. And there is the StreamYard's link if anybody would like to come up. I know it's 7:10. It's hard. My kids' father was actually for real sailor, and I cuss worse than he ever did.
Darren, Dimebag Darren. My other channel is about gardening. I started about, I don't know, 5 months ago. And my other channel that I have is about sports cards, comic books, antiques, and collectibles. And I've been doing that for 30 years. But I only had a YouTube channel on it for the last 4.
Tell us about your coin, Nick.
What's that? Oh, that coin there?
Tell us about the coin. Yeah, tell us about that one. That one's the one that looks like a face to me because of the 2 red flowers.
Right. That there is a 2010 Poppy quarter, minted by the Royal Canadian Mint here in Canada, in conjunction
Uh-huh.
um, with the Royal Canadian Legion, and they produced 12.5 million of these coins.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a key date.
Well, not really, but it's a really nice coin.
It is.
Yeah,
It still looks like a happy face.
I see how a little bit. Yeah. I actually have this one up for sale on my Facebook page.
Yeah?
Yeah. But
How much you selling it for?
this one here, I don't think it's like $1.25 or something like that. Or $1. Thought I had the price on it there, but I don't.
Yeah, I was looking for it and it's not there.
It's easy
Feels
being
like I
good.
haven't been around forever. I haven't been on YouTube forever. I've posted a couple of videos, but that's it.
Did you go to that big giveaway today? That was
Oh, yeah.
happening? Yeah.
Yes.
Supposedly I won something, but I don't know because the first 30 minutes.
Yes, you did. That's right. I forgot.
The first 30 minutes of Rick D's video.
Huh.
I couldn't watch it and to know because YouTube
Right, because there was
messed
no
up.
sound.
Yeah, YouTube
Mhm.
messed up and I didn't get to see that. So
Well, he did a second one.
yeah,
He started over.
I emailed him. So
Good. I don't remember what you won. You didn't win the Go.
no,
Neither did I.
that would have been nice. No, someone told me I won a Year of the Sheep round from Mel's Coin Corner, and that's all I know. I didn't really get to see. I didn't get to see, so I'm not 100% sure if that's correct, but that's what I've been told. Which is cool. 1 ounce of silver, nice, very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got eliminated because that's it. Just sorry, Rose, you're eliminated. And that was for the shout out. I didn't even get like pulled for anybody else's channel to be one of the runner-ups. I was like, okay.
Cool budget, yeah. Hopefully, YouTube will upload the beginning of that, and I'll be able to watch it. If not, oh well, that's fine. Very cool though.
I don't know how he talked so much for that long.
Yeah, he went on.
I would hurt
I
by
only
then.
I came in at the
He just
45-minute point, and I watched for him for another hour and a half. I'm like, holy jeez.
it was he I don't know how he did that.
He was on quite the roll. He did well. He did really, really good. Yeah,
Yes, he did actually.
it was a great, really good stream.
It was a fun giveaway. I went back and I watched everybody's who has posted the runner-ups from their channel. I went and watched every single one of those and said thank you for the opportunity to all of them because, I mean, they put in a lot of work. Everybody did. You know?
That they did, yeah. 20 channel giveaway. That's pretty amazing.
It is.
And
it is.
That gold coin is worth like $500 in a slab. That was very cool on itself right there.
You want American nickel? I'll give you American nickel. It's not as fun to look at. There we go. And now it's watching us. Oh, crap. Where's my bunny rabbit? Get the rabbit. Kill the rabbit. Doo-doo-doo-doo. There. Better? This never plays fair. You never know what you're going to get when you come to my stream. Ever. Ever. Hi, far north. That's really hard to do. Far north coins. I want to say a special thank you to you, especially for the second chance drawing winning thing that you did. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Mrs. Far North Coins did a great job. So tell her thank you too. But I think I left that message on your video earlier. Hey, Nick.
Yep,
Can you entertain for a minute?
I can definitely do that.
Thanks. I'll be right back.
So let's give a big shout out to everybody here in the chat. Jessica Poulin, Limo, Echo, Newsmatic, Dragon Fire, Far North Coins, welcome. Budget Bullion Stacker. Let's see who else is here. 710 Oil. Very cool. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Be sure to hit that bell button so you get notified when Rose Dragon goes live. And also, everybody, be sure to hit that like button. It's fun giving back to the community. I've done it many, many times. Hello, Native Warrior. Welcome. Seen you before. My comics and cards channel. I'll put it in the chat, Dragonfire. Give me 1 second here. And I will do that. Song and dance. No song and dance. Sorry. Maybe another day. Here is my comics and sports card channel here. I'll put it in the chat. It's called Elite Comics and Cards. And I even did some coins back then, and I done a collectibles, Beanie Babies, Pogs, and all that kind of stuff. Everything in between. I did that for 8 years. I had when I had my storefront. And I do some selling over there, but yeah, I sell on auction, not on eBay, but on another platform. So if you're interested, you can check it out. And I ship international and worldwide, so It's open. I sell to everybody.
Right, I am back.
Welcome
And
back.
we have Darren in the house. Hi. Darren. Darren,
Hi, Darren.
What?
wake up.
What?
Darren, it sounded like you put
Oh,
your
Lima
shirt
says
on.
there was silence. That's not cool.
I don't have. I'm not showing my camera. And how would you
Darren,
know?
you gonna sing for us, Darren?
Usually,
710. Yeah, there is a comic book community out there, like a coin community as well.
Oh, my kids, they were so crazy today. They're like, how can you sit there for hours watching videos about coins?
yeah, that's what it's all about.
I'm like, well, if you don't understand, you'll never get it.
Same reason I was in a darts league.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, right?
Can't hit the broadside of a barn, but I love darts. Good fun.
It's like if you go to the bar where you are, it's like, watch out.
I did darts back in the 80s. That was fun.
Yeah, that's about when I did 80s and 90s. Yeah. Darts. And then they came up with these magnetic kind of dart things. It's like, wait, what? Darts I'm used to have sharp points. If you're not paying attention, you're going to lose an eye.
Oh, the darts when we did back in the 80s and 90s, you know, you miss the dart port and you catch somebody in the neck. You just brush it off.
Yeah. Everybody's drunk anyway, right?
Just about.
Yeah. They're not going to feel it.
Did I hit you? Oops, sorry. Don't worry about it. Just wipe that blood off. You'll be fine.
Yeah, now there'd be a whole friggin' hazmat team out. What? Blood? Oh my God.
Yeah,
Right. And
We're gonna
okay.
We're going to have to disinfect the block. Let's get some lines cordoned off here and dispatch a couple of cars on either end of the street. Everybody put your lights on, your vests. Make sure you got your AR-15 handy. We're going to make sure this is safe.
AR-15, we're in Canada. We're not allowed those.
I know, but I knew that the rest of the audience would have no problem with it.
Budget, it's
Yeah,
just
that's one of the you can't have guns up here now, which is whatever.
Yeah, Trudeau's taking everything away.
You can't demonize some specific sort of gun and have it make a difference. It's just doesn't help.
Thank you, Darren. Thank you.
It's the idiot behind the gun, but I tell you what, you wouldn't like it if you the way I want it. I'd like there to be a 15-year sentence for having a gun where you're not supposed to have a gun. And in Canada, that is almost everywhere. Like, we catch these gangbangers now, they got guns on them. They get a little slap on the wrist. That wouldn't be the case. There would be a mandatory 15-year sentence for having a gun on you where you are not supposed to in Canada, period. End of story. That would fix it.
Yep, that would do it.
Back in the day when there was, if you ever watched The Sopranos, they got all concerned when Pussy got killed. Pussy had to be killed because he was an informant, but he was an informant because they caught him with heroin. Why was he an informant having been caught with heroin? Because heroin carried a 15-year sentence, and he didn't want to go to the can for 15 years. It's enough time to make a person give it a second thought. But Pussy turned state's evidence, and the boys had to shoot him in the boat and huck him over. And Pussy was all right with that because he knew what his life was. That's how the game is played.
Sounds like a movie.
It's Sopranos.
Ah.
I'm the same way, Jessica. I wish I could too. I went to school to become. I actually went to school to become a forensic photographer, and I had to go through police college. And I went through police college, but my last year I folded my knee back and ended that career before it even started. But yeah.
Truth is, if I was down in the States and had a carry permit, I'd carry too. But in Canada, where we've already gone down the road of making it like illegal 10 different ways, then nothing happens to the people who get caught with them out there. It's like, your laws have no teeth. If you're not going to enforce the laws you make, then don't even bother. But, if you're gonna, then make it happen, Otherwise, don't say, oh, let's get rid of this sort of kind of rifle and that'll make all the difference. It's not going to make no difference.
Yeah. They're trying to do that here in America. It's like,
Yeah, you have a different culture there, and I totally understand, where you guys come from. I would be, if those were my rights, I would want them to be dealt with the same way. They're not my rights. I don't live where you guys live. I don't got the same constitution, bluntly put. I don't have that. So I got to work with what I got. We got a lot of good things here too, and we're both in great countries. Thank God we're neighbors.
oh yeah. And we have good relations, and I'm grateful for that as well. Just saying. You know what I'm saying?
I wish it was a lot more like it was when we were kids and we could freely traipse across the border like idiots. Because we did.
I love that. I was doing that
too. And then all of a sudden I had to have my birth certificate, and then now I have to have a passport. And now I have to have a passport to travel cross country in a plane, my own country.
What?
I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
It's called a real
cool.
ID.
Cool.
Our driver's license are not federal IDs anymore. So we have to go and get a new federal ID or our passport in order for, like, if I want to fly to California, I can't do that after September.
So Native Warrior,
if I don't have the real ID.
Native
Warrior.
You can't carry in Canada. No, even with the license, like you're not allowed. Only police and law enforcement can carry a weapon. The only way you can carry a weapon is if you're going to the driving range. There and back, and it's all got to be all locked up. And
your shooting range.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you buy your gun, you've got to already have your membership at the range. Then once you buy the gun, they get to hold on to it for some stupid period of time for some dumb reason, if I remember correctly, and I don't know why. But after a certain period of time, you can go pick it up. Now, you can transport the gun from the gun shop to your house, and from your house directly to the range. You can't even really stop for gas. That's kind of against the law. You're supposed to go to the range and then come straight home. A lot of ranges will have lockers there. If you want to lock your stuff up under lock and key and can trust the place, then you can just go there and your gun's already waiting. But
hey, Richos.
Hey, Richo.
Sorry, Darren.
No problem. But that's what a pain. A lot of people do it. A lot of people enjoy shooting, so a lot of people will go through the trouble. I love it when I go with somebody else, somebody else's. I don't mind paying for shells and my membership for the day or the drop-in fee or whatever it is. But that's the best way to go to the range.
My sister and brother-in-law both have license to go to the range and to go like deer hunting and stuff like that. So that's about it.
EVG has no more guns. They all fell off. There was this boat. There was this boat, yes, and there was this boat accident, and they all went over. It's unfortunate. I feel for him. I hope it works out in the long run.
Gold too, I think. Yeah, I think all his silver and gold went with it.
Went with it, and so that's why he's going to go into the woods. He's going to cry for a while because that's a very terrible. I mean, I wouldn't wish it on my best friend. And then he's going to find more gold. He's just going to go out there and find more.
Yes, and kick people off of his claims.
He'll chase them away with sticks if he has to. He's no fool. You can't mess with him with that deep Wisconsin accent. You know better.
That Wisconsin, yes. That Wisconsin accent, yes.
That's right. Don't you
come up?
Hey, EVG.
EVG, I want you up here.
Hey, bro, we want you to come up to the channel. Come on now, huh? We like
KGB not watching my channel.
Kind of good, hey, boys.
How are you doing, Richos?
Well, I just finished my day at work. As soon as I reboot this computer, I will disconnect from work. Restart.
What kind of work do you do, Darren? Just wondering.
Well, I'm a journeyman steel fabricator by trade. I've worked in radio previous to that. I voice books for ACX, Amazon, and I work for a company that is basically remote support for technical companies. While working for that firm, I've supported AT&T all across the country, all across the United States. I've supported Rogers service for you across Canada for cellular, and in your area for all the home services that Rogers provides. I've supported Facebook's Oculus product, meaning the VR headsets, and now I've just now moved on to support Facebook's Portal product, the at-home little screen to help people stay connected during this bullshit season we're in. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry I swore. I'm sorry.
Oh, very
Tell
cool.
Lima you're sorry. Tell Lima. It's Lima.
That's awesome. Right on.
Oh
Well, it's
my
easy to do
gosh.
from home, and we were working out of a center, of course. And then this started. We came to work one day, and Buddy said, "Take your computer off your desk and take it home." They'd already checked to see what kind of internet connections we have. I got 750 up and down, so they said, "You take your equipment home."
Very cool.
Ah,
Right on.
very good.
Yeah, so 1:30 to 10:30 here on the West Coast. At 10:30, I say goodbye and just reboot the computer so that it drops from the VPN and all the stuff that I'm connected to on there. And then that computer doesn't get used. I just take my one main screen. I got three on the, if you've seen my setup, I got three. The one in the middle is changed depending on what I'm doing. The one on the right is dedicated to work only. And the one on the left, it always has you guys on it. So that no matter if I'm at work or not, there you are.
Yeah, very good.
Whatever works.
Yeah, I'm blessed to have a bunch of stuff. I'd love to be able to send some to some other people, but putting something like a computer or something in the mail, it's not very feasible, especially if you get yourself, you can send a computer, or a computer can be had inexpensively that's still quite functionable these days. Less than, I don't know what it is down in the States, I'll say less than $200 American or Canadian. And you've gone on Craigslist and found something half decent for yourself, in a laptop. When you're talking about a desktop, you've got, the machine, you've got your screen, you've got your keyboard, you got all those things to piece together. So they can still be a little bit more expensive to get. But if you just want to send somebody, like you got a spare laptop, just the idea of sending it somewhere. I looked into one time sending something to somebody, and the thing's not even barely worth what it would cost to send it.
No.
It's, you're better off sending money.
My kids bought me the laptop I'm on right now, and because the laptop I purchased in 2012, and for me it was fine, but they're like, "Oh my God, Mom, no, you need something new," and so now I don't know what to do with that.
Well, I would be curious. This would be the thing that, you say you've got a laptop, and there's like so many kinds of laptops. What does that really mean? You go to the My Computer on that laptop, click on properties, and note down what processor's in it and how much memory. That tells the story of when the machine was made, because by the processor what the age is and how much memory. Well, you got to have a certain amount, but it doesn't really matter so much as long as you got a certain amount.
It's gigabytes, not even terabytes. And the processor I ended up having to I remember I had to download Windows 10 onto it.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm using a really older computer with just 2 cores to do my recording in my recording booth. That's all it does, is do my recording. I have a decent interface for my microphone, but the actual recording computer doesn't got to be anything real heavy, And so there is a lot of life left into these computers. I mean, for people like us, if you just want to get on YouTube and plug in a headset and yak to people, doesn't take much of a computer to do that, and email and the things typically people do, so long as it isn't playing games. That's the thing.
I'm not a gamer, but my one son is, and he's really good, but we have crap internet and he doesn't have the system set up for what he needs.
If he ever he gets himself a new system, that hand-me-down system from him will be wicked for you. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have an old tower, an old monitor and keyboard sitting in my closet. I don't know what to do with it, so it's just sitting there
Well, the
collecting
trick
dust.
with that one is to know what processors in that one, so that we can make sure you're using the best computer that you've actually got.
Right, it was I don't even remember what it Dell.
Dell is a manufacturer, but that doesn't tell us what computer CPU is in there. Not unless you
X
do the
something.
X
X
something.
something.
Well, that could be
Name.
XP Athlon. It could be X. You could be thinking of x86. You could be looking at an Extreme processor from Intel. It's
Let's
really
go
tough
back to
to say.
2008, 2009.
Oh no, let's not. I can't remember yesterday. What do you want?
That's how old that one is.
But if you ever fire that up, just make note of what's in your My Computer under those details, and just stick them to a sticker on the outside of the box, and you'll always know what the computer actually is. It's irrelevant that it's a Dell. It's just relevant of what processor, how much memory, and because time has gone on, even if there is a video card in there, it's irrelevant too.
Yeah, well, it's old. I think it takes a floppy. I think it has a spot for a floppy. I
You see, that might just be a boat anchor. You know,
don't know.
if it's old enough, I mean, anything, what's too old? Anything that's Pentium Core 2 Duo. If it's a Core 2 Duo machine, it can still do stuff. What I mean by stuff is you could use a Core 2 Duo to be your jukebox in the house and play music for you. Any kid software, like young kids, like, you know, preschool and up to maybe grade 5 or 6, maybe. Maybe I'm going too far there, but
Hey, I hadn't
grades
thought
1 or
about
2.
that. Yeah, my grandson could have this computer.
Yeah, I mean, send it away. The only problem when you're sending a tower is you're committing anybody who gets it to finding a keyboard and mouse and all that. But if you
I
open
have
up
all that. I
Craigslist,
can just give him
perfect,
all of
send
it.
it all. Send it all.
Yeah, I can give him all of it.
I got friends that I know if I gave them a tower, then they'd have a tower. And that would be it. I've had put together full computer systems with wireless cards and everything else, brought Buddy over, sat him down, said, what do you think of this computer? He says, oh, it's like working good. I said, yeah, because it's yours. When you leave, you're going to leave with all this shit. Take it. It's all running. You can't tell me it didn't run. Plug it in at home. You're good to go.
Yeah, cool. I just need to figure out how to get the stuff off of it that's on it that I don't want, that I want to keep. That
Okay, so what you do is
I need an external hard drive. That's all. That's it.
No, well, that's one way. What I would do is I would take the hard drive out of it. I would go to the computer store and I would buy go ahead.
I would have to know what that is.
Okay, well that's not a problem. I can show you a million pictures of what that is. But the thing is, what I would do is I would put in a really inexpensive, even let's just say a 120 or 240 gigabyte SSD, the solid state drive. A 120 even would be fine. It would get the machine up and running, and yeah, they'd have to clear it out every now and then and be mindful of what they jam in it. But if they want to add more storage, they can always do that. You're going to give them a running machine, and with a solid state drive, the machine will be running pretty much as good as it can, like in terms of quickness and what we value in a computer, responsiveness. It's not going to really get any better, but without an SSD, it will definitely be markedly slower. And an SSD is cheap. Like, I don't know what they cost where you are, but they're cheap in Canada, so they've got to be cheaper where you are. Like, our dollar sucks and everything seems to cost more here. But I look at the sales at the local
only by a little bit. It's not that bad. It's not that bad of a difference, Darren.
But that's what I would do. And then I would just load Windows 10 fresh onto that. Windows 10 is available for free, believe it or not. The little thing in the corner that says, please activate, you just ignore it. There's one thing you can't do as far as I could tell, and that is you can't like change your desktop color or something. But the bottom line is it works 100% and it gets its updates. They want people to use Windows 10 because the alternative is, say, loading a pirated copy of God knows. I have copies of Windows XP that I know people are still running. And
XP. That was it. X. I told you it was X something.
Yeah, so now that's just a little badge on the outside saying that that computer was made with Windows XP in mind, which
Uh-huh.
all the other Windows will run as well. That was just the Windows of that particular day. So they're saying, "Hey, we run the Windows of the day." Wonderful.
Huh.
Everybody else did too. But yeah, no worries there. Or it might even say Athlon XP on the outside. Now, Athlon XP is the badge for a certain kind of AMD CPU back when AMD CPUs weren't particularly great. I wouldn't spend a lot of time or effort into a machine that has an Athlon XP as a processor. She's
Yeah, I don't think it does.
long gone.
Yeah,
Way
no,
out
I
of
don't
date.
think it does. I think it's a little newer than that, but not much.
Hey, Darren,
Yes, sir.
my processor is Intel R Core
Uh-huh.
TMI 7400 CPU at 3.00 gigahertz. Is that good?
What was the I after the I? The number after the I, you've got to have, if you've got an I processor, then you've got an i3, i5, or i7.
I have an i5
Okay.
7400.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a good processor. That one's capable of backing up even VR content. You've got about the i5 6000 series that things are really quite good from there on out. Anything
Okay.
you've got beyond that, if you're the sort of person who's doing visual stuff and rendering takes time and you're wasting time waiting for rendering, and you could make money or it would be more convenient for you if rendering happened more quickly, today's computers can do that more quickly. Video cards can certainly help with those kinds of heavy processes, but your actual processor in that machine, she's good. It's a good workhorse.
And I got a 16 gigabyte of memory, a RAM.
Yeah, and the trick with RAM
And
is
then
to make sure that
I have two 4 terabyte drives in it as well.
all spinning drives, all spinning hard drives, no SSDs yet.
It's all solid state.
All solid state, sweet.
Yeah.
When people
I'll be
don't
right
have
back, guys.
SSDs, I tell them at least replace your system drive, your C, and that will speed your computer up. And as far
does
as
it ever? Yeah.
and as far as memory is concerned, all you got to do is know that at least 2 of your memory slots in the machine are full. Sometimes there's only 2, often there's 4, but the machinery works that it divvies data one to one for a moment and then to the other, and it alternates. And when it can do that, it can hand out the data twice as fast. If you have 16 gigabytes, but it's all on one piece of RAM, the computer works 100%. But the bottom line is it can't alternate the sending of the data anymore. It's got to send it one at a time through that one piece of RAM kind of thing. And it slows down the memory process quite a bit. They call it 2-channel or dual channel memory. And you always want to see 2 pieces of memory in your computer. If you open up your computer and there's only one, find out how big it is, buy another one that size and put it in the partner slot for it. You look it up because it has to go in a certain slot to turn on the dual channel part. But
I just had my computer updated last year. I went from 8 to 16, and coming up soon, I'm going from 16 to 32 because I need more. Need more.
If you're running out of memory, and the thing with memory is to wait when the deal is good, because memory prices can be such a bear depending on what's happening in the world.
Yeah, the guy I deal with, he built my computer for me. So I have a custom made, so.
Jesus built my hot rod.
Jesus built your heart. Yeah. Well, my computer I use for work. Cause I work in the media, and I need to make videos quickly and then send them off to the TV station so they can upload, right? So
you can't go wrong with basically all the horsepower you can get, honestly. I mean,
and what I do for YouTube, like I have enough power to do live streams and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see, I'm nice and clear there on the screen, right? So yeah. That's something I got to start doing, is going live so I can get my hours in.
I haven't been paying attention to the chat. I'm an ass. I'm sorry. Let me just do a quick look through here. Pretty nice tower for $750. Yeah, that's true budget for sure. I'm just going to scroll through here quickly.
Hey, Budget, you still in here?
EVG's got a good computer, an i7-8700. He needs a little bit more RAM. He's got a decent video card.
That's something I got to upgrade is my video card again.
Well, you could, use it. He's got the GTX 1070. That backs up VR experiences fine. Yeah, new old computers. That's exactly what you need, 710. Somebody who's got to have the cutting edge, and their computer is a stomping thing, but there's something better. They got to have it. You're like, yeah, I can get that out of there for you and make some room so you can, they get your new computer in there. I can see that's going to be in the way. Help you get rid of that there cumbersome thing.
That's what my brother does all the time. He has to have the best of the best for computers and technology. So, but he rebuilds computers. That's his job.
Well,
so
you got to have a hobby, and all hobbies cost money.
Well, my brother, he works for a company called ANC Sports, and they do all the arenas and everything around the United States, Canada, and the world. Right now, he's working for home, but before he was flying everywhere, and he upgraded their systems all the time. So he would get lots of free stuff.
That's where my stuff is basically stuff that has shown up at the local computer store from one of these big changeovers. A company had 50 computers. They got 50 new computers. They threw their 50 old ones on a pallet, send them in the buddy. This machine I'm on is an i3 3220. So an i3, so it's one tier below you from that you're on an i5, and it's a 3220, which is the 3000 series, which is 4 series behind you. And as you know, they're right up to 10 series now. So this thing's fine for what I want it to do. I don't need anything more than this.
So what my friend did at his computer, he gave me a good system then. Good to know.
Oh, yeah, no. He's taking good care of you. If you got the right price and it worked out for you, then he's taking good care.
Yeah,
and you're full of SSDs. Like, a lot of times you'll get at least one large spinning hard drive as a sort of an archive drive because, of course, they're still decent, but they just don't measure up. The other thing is SSDs, that's an expanding topic of its own, where SSDs were these little square things that would replace a hard drive and were fashioned in the same shape as a hard drive to go in the same place as a hard drive. That is the smaller hard drives, the laptop-sized ones. That has changed. Now there's 2 kind of standards, all revolving around M.2 is what it's called. And this is a little thing about the size of a stick of Wrigley spearmint gum, and this is the SSD, and they can be any size you want, pretty much, like a couple of terabytes. They come that way, and they go onto your motherboard, kind of like the way memory goes into a laptop. If you've ever put memory in a laptop, it goes in and it's hinged, and you hinge it down. Well, you do exactly that. You put it in, you hinge it down, and then there's just a little screw you put in that holds it hinged down. It's not like holding it strong. It's just keeping it hinged. And some motherboards will have up to 2 of those, and you just put those things inconspicuously on the motherboard, and that's it. You don't got hard drives hanging around anywhere. These things are just underneath the video card and beside the RAM. And
so are they like solid states?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But now there are 2 standards. There's one standard that mimics the SATA connection that's currently on SSDs. And then there's one that is called NVMe. And NVMe on the right motherboard with a 4 times PCI bus speed, or PCI 4. That's the latest speed for the PCI bus. If it has everything in place where you've got the fastest PCI bus, the NVMe M.2 style hard drive, and you use that kind of drive, you have a marked increase, a substantial increase in read and write speeds to that kind of hard drive.
Okay, I got it.
But there are a lot of people that wouldn't benefit from it at all. But you might. Like a lot of people wouldn't even notice.
Yeah.
It's just fast. In fact, some of these motherboards, when you put two of them in, it builds that as a RAID. So already these things are stupidifyingly fast. And then they make them into a RAID where they toss data at one and then the other, effectively speeding the throughput of data up by ×2. And it's completely... Anyway, that's the place to go if you're looking for the highest spec and the fastest data and all that.
Yeah.
I don't own any of that wonderful stuff, and I don't know why I know all about it. Thank Linus Tech Tips. It's his fault.
And Rose Dragon, everybody else in the chat's going, what? Meanwhile, I understand just about all of that. So.
I'm OCD. I have to get it done, but once it's finished, I can shut up.
That's pretty scary. I know most of that. I understand.
It's all good. I understood bits and pieces of it, just enough. Like, I got a C in that class, and I almost quit college because of it, because it messed up my GPA.
Just enough to get yourself in trouble. That's the right amount.
Yeah.
A little too much is exactly enough.
Well, I was able to follow just enough to miss my stepdad, because he built me my first computer out of parts.
I want Darren to debate my brother. Oh, you could probably chew him up and throw him to the next door.
Oh, he's probably right.
No, I'd never admit that for him. No.
Hey, Oz. Hang on. My mouth is full.
Hey, Ozart. Welcome.
Did you ever go up or not? Because I was there, but you weren't.
I got a dilemma, Nick.
What?
Well, you ever seen, it's a box, a cardboard box. It's called Sort Your Coins. You ever seen one of them?
Sort Your Coins? No.
Yeah.
Box?
Yeah, you know what? Give me 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
Let me Google that. I'll look.
It's SORTY, UR. Sort Your Coins. I'll be back. It was from the Sort Your Coins company of Dayton, Ohio. I'll be back.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
The only thing we have for that is a battery operated thing that you just dump a handful of coins into it and it sorts it out for you, and you can put the wrapper in it if you want, and it'll fill the wrapper.
I just see it now. I see something like, I don't know if it's the right one, but I do see something. I Googled it. Yeah.
Uh-oh. 710's pissed. Why? Oh, the rabbit. Okay.
Is that a rabbit?
It was. Al gave it to me. No wonder it looks angry. Uh-huh.
Al is always angry. He loves to give thumbs.
He's a sweetheart, though. He really is.
He gives thumbs down just to bug everybody.
I know, but we're not going to do that because he's not here.
Yeah, I know.
So we're not going to do that. Okay.
I like Al. I like
too.
Al. Yeah.
And so we're done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's a funny guy. Although I'm funny too sometimes.
You're always funny. You're good. I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here too. At least for another 10 minutes. It's almost 2 a.m.
I haven't seen you in forever. I haven't been around.
Yeah, where have you been? You just taking a break? Taking a break, just not coming on, and
kinda.
All
been real tired. Kind of like real tired at night, and that's a good thing, I guess. But like the other night, I slept for 12 hours straight. I got up one time, and it was daylight out, and I'm like, I don't care, and got back in bed and finished sleeping for 12 hours.
Nice. Well, that's it. You know, you need that every now and then. I wish I could sleep 12 hours. You know, on average, I get 6 hours of sleep. That's all I get.
Oh, you're lucky. I get 4 to 6 when I'm on a good night. I think what happened was I got so tired from not getting enough sleep and not sleeping well because my blankets are on one side, the sheets are on the other side of the bed, and everything's off of me. And I wake up cold. And so I know I've had a hard night because otherwise the blankets wouldn't be on the floor. And but then I'm done. So I get up.
I just read an EV.
I heard EVG. You know what? Imperium tried to get me coming over there yesterday, and I didn't get it till today or 2 days ago and yesterday, something like that. See, time means nothing to me right now. But yeah, I know I missed it, and I'm sad. I can go back and watch.
I always steal the covers off my wife every night.
See how you are? See? She probably doesn't care.
Oh no! Oh, she gets angry. I'll get an elbow in the wherever. Oh, and she rips everything off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rips everything off. Tell us more. Tell us more.
So you came in the end there.
Darren, here we go.
Hello, Hector. How's it going?
Hector, my man.
Hi, Hector.
Place just got 100% smarter.
Uh-huh. Oh, really?
Yeah, Hector's a smart man.
Uh-huh.
I'm blessed to have him as a friend.
Yes, we all are, but what does that say about me?
You're sweet.
Okay.
To put
Thank
up
you.
with all of us.
Aw, I like you all.
We're not well trained.
Neither am I. We all fit in. It's all good.
I've been well trained for 23 years.
You behave, Nick, but you continue to come out here and hang with us. So it's like, okay.
And so long as people believe that, you're good.
Yeah.
But it's true because I am pretty decent to a point. Just if I have a mean side, but it doesn't come out very often unless somebody I get backstabbed. You backstab.
You're one of those.
And then guess what? I have the full power of the media behind me, and I know how to use it. So.
Well, I found out tonight. My boys were talking to my brother, and my boys are. One's going to be 21 this month, and the other one's going to be 18 in November. And my brother, in a very playful way, said, "Well, what would you do if you saw me hit your mom?" And my youngest turned around and said, "Kill you." Like it was nothing. I'm like, wow, you guys never get to leave.
What would you do if I hit your mom? I said I would turn to them and say, jail time?
Yeah, pretty much.
Probably.
I'd be calling the cops, and I know them all.
What happened
to him? We don't wait for cops out here.
What happened to him, Nick? Oh, he fell down some stairs. Okay, Nick, thanks for letting us know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fell down a few flights of stairs. You know, what can I say? He slipped and stuff. Come here, puppy dog. Come here. Don't cry at the floor.
7:10. I almost started crying whenever they said that. I mean, I was like, I don't want you guys to do jail time or anything, but wow. Y'all love me. You love your mommy. That's good.
Get knocked down. Okay,
Well, Rose, I'm going to call it a night.
Nick, thank you so much for being here.
Nick, give me 5 more minutes.
Okay, give Darren 5 more minutes, can you?
I can, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so there's the sort your coins box. Rose, put me up, love.
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Hopefully I don't drop you out.
Okay, I'll spin this around. Actually, I'll just unplug. I don't need to charge. Okay, so there's the original Sort Your Coins box. When I opened this up, Dad had included this little clipping from Weekend Magazine from basically 67, talking about the availability of the $20 Canadian gold piece from the little story from the Weekend Magazine. And then his handwriting is there in the little pencil. You can see he wrote
Okay.
1947, but I'm too
Right.
freaking blind for that. So I just took my pen and Neanderthal wrote all the numbers there. Now, here's the thing. We have a friend who's looking for some pennies. And I think I've got a few of them, but like, for example, the thing is, I kind of want to spread the wealth around, but I have two of the 27s.
Oh, nice. Look at you.
Oh, that's a 47. Pardon me. I might be
Yeah.
lying. Oh, they're 47s.
They're both 47s. Yeah.
They're in the 27 box, though. Not my dad doesn't sort his. I didn't do all the sorting, unfortunately. Okay, so let's see what else we've got.
The
So you get
1936
to
is a nice one.
Well,
Yeah.
this isn't going very
You get to
well.
go through and do it your way.
29, 30. Oh, we got something in the 30 box.
Don't be giving away no 1936 dots.
Oh, they're not sorted well, Dad. Okay, I did a bunch of. Oh, they're not sorted well at all, Dad. Okay, I don't know what I've got here. I realized that there was some in those lower numbered boxes, and yet they're not what they're supposed to be. 55 is reasonable. Don't get me wrong, but I did see. I felt weight in those boxes. Let's see here. 30.
Oh.
About 31. Let's see here.
No,
What's the magic one?
36, I think you said.
32, nothing. 33, nothing.
1936 dot.
Got a 30.
And then Hector's got something he's got going on. A quarter.
Dropped it. It's gone. Here we go.
I actually did a video on the 1936.
I think I watched it.
6 months
I think I
ago
did
or
too.
so.
And that's American. Look at that sitting in there. That one gets harvested.
Oh, wait. What?
Hang on. Yeah. This is the one that
Oh,
was.
Wheatie. What year?
I got a lot of Wheaties and a lot of Steelies.
What year is that one?
Let's find out together.
34. Wow.
In God we still trust. That'll go with my American collection. Okay, what else is here? Anything in the 35? Ooh, got some stuff banging around in the 35.
So that 34 that you just showed us, there was 219.1 million minted for the 34p.
Oh, look at that.
Philadelphia. Look
These
at
are-
all that.
Now, let me.
Got my attention now.
Let me just unzoom here for a moment.
Hector.
Actually, hard for me to see. I need more light. My light here is dismal.
Hector, I'm inviting you up.
You know what? I need a minute. This can't be. I got to do this different.
All right.
Da-da-da-da.
Hector says he's got something he needs to show everybody.
Love.
Oh, wait. Pop up.
Put him on the screen ASAP. Give me a minute. I'll be back.
I'll stay a little bit longer just to see Hector's stuff, and I got to head out because I've been up since like crack of stupid today.
You do that. Thanks for hanging, though. I thought maybe I had some of those dates that our friend, is Armando's looking for. I'm going to look for him.
Hey, Hector.
Hello, folks.
Hey, Hector.
Hi.
How you doing, Nick? I'm glad you stick around, Nick. I got to show you something. This
All right.
quarter that I found, first of all, weighs unusual for one, and I'm not familiar with the broad struck. I think it's what the term was used, and but that's not
Canadian?
what. No, it's the American Washington quarter in 1984, out of Denver, and it's not in the best condition. But it's just something odd about it that I can't figure out why. First of all, I thought it was struck on a wrong planchet, or maybe it was squeezed between another one. I don't know.
Nice one.
Okay, so here we go. Okay. 1984, normal quarter. You think, right? Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm taking very careful how I turn the coin because it'll be obvious when I turn it over.
Lima's asking, Hector, are you measuring in grams?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Did you see that mint mark? Is that
Okay.
damage or is it?
It's damaged, but
Okay.
I'm gonna turn it over one more time.
Wait, what? Do that again.
I
Your
said
turn.
I'm turning it over.
Look at you. Is it a help? Is it like a magic coin or is it a mule or whatever? It doesn't have a reverse. Hector, what do you got?
I think
I
we
call heads. Hector, where'd you go?
I think Hector might have froze.
Okay. Well, that's okay too. I mean, I hope he comes back, but I mean, now we all get to sit here and guess.
Unless he's flipping, the way he's flipping it is up,
No,
and not reversed up and down.
I don't know. It's what the heck? Oh, Hector went out. Doggone it. Hector, come back. We're all speculating.
Just throw it down the well. Make a wish.
Oh, make a wish. No. Excuse me for a minute. I have to like mute myself, get my cat. Awkward silence. I love it. Darren, what are you doing?
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of Roy's Dragon. Her continuing missions to explore strange new coins, to seek
Yeah.
out new coins and new coin civilizations, to boldly go where no coins has gone before.
EVG sent me this one. It's $50. Uh-huh. It's a magic one. My very first ever. I got it apart, but now I'll come back apart again. It's almost like it's got a magnet. I hit it just right and it came apart.
Darren has got that crazy looking mouse there.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I have to
Well,
put it in the
Rose,
cup.
I'm going to head out.
Thank you for coming.
You're very
Nick,
welcome.
I appreciate you.
Big, huge hugs to you and
Hugs back.
hugs to everybody in the chat. Hope to see you guys all soon.
You have a good night.
You too. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.
Good night, Nick.
Good night.
EVG, it was mailed to me apart, yes, and then it like attracted itself to itself and stuck back together again. I don't know. Maybe there's a magnet. I don't know. Karen, what are you doing? Native Warrior says weight is right in 99. They had experimental planchets. Wonder if they did some in 2000. Well, I'd like Hector to come back up if he could. There's the link again. But nice if I had something under the camera, huh? There we go. Okay. So how many of you were watching the 20 channel giveaway today? Hey, Hector.
I'm back. My modem, I guess, because it was a hot day today, is 106.
Yeah.
It may be something to do with electronics. It said you might want to power it down and let it cool off and come back on. But what
We got up to 109 today.
Yeah, oh yeah. I was out there in the heat with my son trying to buy a new car, and believe me, it was not a pleasant day. But what I'm trying to figure out, if this is a fake, I'm going in as that this is not a real coin. And but if I turn it over, I mean, let me put it higher up and maybe so I can make a. But here is, I'm gonna try to flip it over without moving it so you guys can see that it's on both sides. It's same coin. It's got two heads.
You better save that one for making bets. Oh my gosh. You know when you can't find stuff, it drives you nuts.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever heard of a two-headed? Well, I've heard of two-headed coins, but legitimate.
Yeah, they get you shot at a table of cards.
No, but like he's saying, is this something that's actually an error? What's the year on the other side? Is it the same, an 84 on both sides?
84D.
No matter what you got there, you got something absolutely cool.
Yeah, you do.
3D if you look closely.
That's my grandson.
Nice.
Hi.
Hello.
This is Mello. His dad found it, and I am trying to figure out if this is a legit coin, and then I gotta figure out how.
It sounds hollow. Is it hollow? And you say it weighs 6 grams?
Oh, you wanted to see those. That's right.
Hey, Hector, Lima's right. Put it in a cup and shake it really hard and see if it'll come apart.
Oh, is that how you do it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ask EVJ, he knows.
I'll bet he does.
And there wasn't any secret messages in mine either. I was like really disappointed, EVG.
It's so secret you haven't found it yet.
710, why are you upset again? What did I do? Hector dropped out again. Dang it.
Hector's never been the sort to drop out.
Lima says he's plugging his ears. Go for it. 710. Add to stream. Here comes Hector again. Okay, Hector. Try again.
My modem's going in and out.
The network.
We're having patience with you.
Oh yeah, well thank you. It's not my equipment doesn't work. It's the kind of frustrating at the same time.
EVG, you have to come up and say it yourself because I can't do it. Russian accent. There is secret shake you have to do. I can't do that.
You must
I
know
have the wrong
secret
accent.
shake.
Yeah.
Pusap, you must know secret shake.
No.
Secret shake. You have to do.
Tovresh EVG. He knows secret shake.
I need more vodka to do
He's
that,
my
right?
Tovresh.
I don't like vodka. I'd rather drink tequila or even whiskey.
Okay, Lima, plug your ears. Tequila, and I don't get along because tequila takes off my clothes. So I don't do tequila.
Alcohol, yeah, tequila.
What's wrong with
alcohol? Has never taken my clothes off. I did it intentionally.
alcohol? Does it? No.
Truth is, I'm easy. Sorry.
That middle one. Darren.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a
Uh-huh.
look.
Yeah, that looks like a oh, I know the word for it.
I should be able to get in there. Come on.
No, you're not good to know.
Well, that's
Well,
fully.
I even looked for a seam. Maybe it was, but you might be right. It might be on another planchet, but it just seems strange because I've heard of two-headed coins. I've heard they made two-headed coins purposely to cheat. You know,
Mhm.
That one looks murdered out.
it looks like regular circulation marks. You know,
Like somebody used it to pry something loose. Oh, I love
Yeah.
my new rig. I swear. You got to go to the channel and see my. I don't know what else I could do to it now. I really don't. I can't think of another thing that it needs, but I'm so happy with my coin rig. I really am.
That is a, what do you call it? Something that sticks to the die and it gets double punched or something because it got stuck to the die.
It's
mean,
a
to the- yeah.
possibility. Yeah, there are smarter people out there in this world about coins, so that's why I've been. I just got it just now.
EVG says to boil it to get the glue soft and then shake it. See if it'll come apart.
Or cold. You know, that's what I was looking for, was a seam, to see if there's a seam anywhere.
I can't see the seam on mine.
No, I don't see a seam either. Now I'm gonna flip it over and see if there's any seams anywhere else, and I don't see anything.
All
Ah,
this seam seeing, getting me silly.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, and if it was
Turn it over again. See the in God we trust. See how in is stuck together? Oh, let me present you. Sorry, it's my stream, huh? There we go. And then the other side. And the we looks double.
similar.
Very.
Even the T
You
and
guys
the
see
R.
a seam? You guys see a seam? Anybody?
I'm thinking you're saying is this right here.
Wow, are my fingers ugly? Wow.
Yeah, the only thing is that if it was another coin upon another coin, it would weigh less, just in the minuscule ounces. I mean grams, or point whatever grams.
If it was a
Point
different
grams?
planchet, you mean?
Wait,
Yeah,
how much does it weigh?
6.1.
Oh, okay. That's a little heavy. EBG
Yep.
says flip it. And then he yelled flip it. So I don't know.
Flip it,
Here
get it
you
in your
go.
hands and zip it.
You can see it. See, yeah, that's what I thought. Right there underneath the eight, underneath it. Okay, wait. Flip it again.
Flip it, flip it.
Are you seeing a seam, EBG? Because I keep thinking I am. Small crack, he says.
It's so hard to tell because I'm
But I
willing
think
to
I see it.
I'm willing to put it in a jar and shake it,
Uh-huh.
but then it's better if you boil it, it'll expand because temperature expands metal. So I would put it in the
Okay.
cold, freeze it overnight, and because if that's a seam, then it should contract and fall out easy. And if it doesn't, then that is a hard edge of a regular coin on both sides.
That's
So
crazy.
I know. That's why I'm gonna take it to some experts that like Rich Calley and
Yeah.
then talk to Magic Coins.
Doesn't somebody have an X-ray machine?
Well, the thing is, I know that if I need to really actually get a scale that goes into the fourth placement, and that will tell me if it's hollowed out, because because even the most minute, let's say engraving or hollowing out, would give you a difference in less weight, not more weight. The other thing too is that I measured it against another quarter, just on the numbers, and they're exact.
Huh.
So you see, I'm looking at it with an eye of saying that it's fake. It's
It's a fabrication.
yeah. I'm not looking at it as a real double-headed coin stamped on the reverse.
But it might be.
Yeah, it
Well,
could.
Yeah, EBG saying it's a magic coin, and he says it's obvious and will be easy to open. You can see the crack.
Right. It's obvious if I put it in the fridge. I mean, if it shows up right here, right where the end's at, that can be construed as one. But you know something? If I dropped it, it didn't sound hollow, and that would be a magic coin. The next thing I want to do is put it in the freezer because heat expands metal, and so I don't want to do that. I'm going to put it in the freezer overnight. Put it in a glass, or actually a glass, made out of glass, and shake it, and go from there. And you're right. If I had an X-ray machine, I would X-ray it. And the other
Go
thing,
to the local dentist.
the other thing too, I was thinking about was what was it? What I'm trying to get my train of thought.
Choo-woo.
What was I thinking? Something to do with because I put another quarter to it. Where's my quarter? The same year, and they look exact. I don't have it with me. Doggone it! What did I do with it? But anyway, like I said, I'm going into this like an investigator. I'm not saying it is what it is, or a possibility. So
Keeping those eyes open, not getting fogged by what you hope for.
yeah.
And then there's what Lima had to say: the I and the N in God we trust are molded together. That's a sign of either a casting or something post mint.
Yeah.
And EBG was saying you can see the steam around the 84. Just go ahead and shake it in a cup. And Lemonhead said there's no legit two-headed coin, U.S. coin. There is a two-tailed coin that's legit.
Okay.
So
well, there's always the possibility for
always,
yeah. And I'm going to err on the side of finding out if this is a true coin rather than saying it's a true coin and going the other direction. I always have a doubt about everything. So, yeah.
We're going to start calling you Doubting Hector.
Well,
here's what mine looks like. This is a magic coin. Now there's a obvious
sign of
mark
someone
right there.
Yeah.
And again, somewhere else. Da-da-da-da. Anyway, it's hard to see the seam.
Oh, you can see it right there.
And then you turn it over.
They tried to pry it open before.
Yeah.
And
somebody tried to pry it.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is shake it in a cup.
Yeah. You got two seams right there.
Yeah.
One, the ridge of the coin originally. How's the orientation on that? Is the orientation incorrect when you flip it over, or is it off? That's one way of checking.
It's about right. It's kind of a little bit off, but it's about right. So it's not bad. I mean,
or
it came in.
Yeah.
I see that ridges right there. Right there.
You can see the vice grip.
Yeah.
That's a vice grip.
But I think it's cool.
Exactly its grip.
Yeah. But that right there is like a dead giveaway, and then there's another one somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's not a bad idea about getting a Metroid. I'm gonna have it done that way too. But yeah, I looked at it first and I said, nah, that can't be real. And that's what I'm gonna look at it right now, as it not being real.
And it sounds like it's you said it sounds like it's
yeah, I don't want to drop it anymore because I already did it just to test it 3 or 4 times, and then my grandson's father did the same thing. So It was legit. I think it's what's up there because it does sound like it. The only thing that kind of is curious is that if it is a magic coin, it shouldn't weigh the same, or it should weigh the same or less. This weighs more.
Hey, party pickle. Party
Yeah.
in the house. Pickle in
Yes,
the house.
So it's a matter of questioning. That's all. And that's where I'm
Yeah.
at. Questioning it, the legitimacy.
It's hard to say, like it's not real whenever it feels so real when it's in your
Mhm.
hand, especially when it weighs over what a quarter should weigh anyway.
Yeah, it's supposed to weigh
So
5.6, and it weighs
right.
6.1.
So maybe it's
The
got something
Lemonhead said
secret
it could have
inside.
been. Lemonhead said it could have been placed on the wrong planchet.
Wrong planchet. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could have the one that nobody else knows about.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a lot of fun. That would be so much fun.
But what I like is that I bring it up and everybody's trying to find. I mean, you guys are the first that seen it, and when I saw it, I couldn't even believe it because my daughter calls me up at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, and she goes, "Can I show you something?" I said, "Sure." I said, Corey was going through his parents because he couldn't get any coins, but his parents had a huge jar of coins, right? And he was going through them, and he just happened to notice that. And I don't know how he noticed it because, once you see a head, I guess he was looking through each of them through a microscope, and he turned it over, and it was the same side head. I'm going, wait a minute, it's an 84D. It's an 84. So it caught him by surprise. So he was all excited, I guess, and they called me up at 10:10 at night, which is very unusual for them to call me. And I said, "Nah, come on, guys, the double-headed quarter, okay, it was fake." And they said, "No, it doesn't sound like it, and it weighs over 6 grams." I'm going, okay, that got my curiosity right there. Had it been a hollowed out or even a magic coin, in order for that to happen, you have to take material out of one side. Or if it's a magic coin, then both sides are hollowed out to have a compartment in it. So it should weigh less than 5.6 grams.
Unless it's got something inside of it.
Well, still, even if you have to remove it so that you can fit it inside the coin, you have to remove take the amount of material in order to fit another coin inside of it. And to be that, maybe that could be it. Maybe it is weighed over because
maybe it's got something inside of
that's a
it.
good idea.
Yeah,
That's
maybe it's an old message inside of it.
Yeah, but magic coins are usually not for. Well, maybe what his intention was, or her, because you don't know if it was a he or she that did this. Because I want to give credit for both sides. That the possibility is that he just filled it out so that he could have just a two-headed coin and not worry about the weight.
Right. Now, Lima, you said there's no planchet that weighs 6.1, but what about planchets that we use that we strike for other countries?
Foreign coins. Yeah.
Or like for the Philippines and stuff like that. Are there planchets that weigh anything near that? And how much is the silver quarter weigh? I don't know how much the silver quarter weighs. And I know an 84 is not supposed to be silver, and I didn't look at the edges, so I don't know if there's any copper on the edges, but like I don't know enough. Lima's got all the answers. He says it's casting probably. I don't know. So that is a cool find, Hector.
No,
Very cool.
even if it, I mean, like I said, to me, I'm not looking at this as a find. I'm investigating a myth. Well, this is how I am. I'm kind of like the nerd here. I want it to be wrong. I want it to be proved that it's a good, legitimate coin. Either way, I'm gonna get satisfied no matter what.
Well, yeah.
We will have satisfaction.
There you go. See, I don't have any coins that weigh 6.1 grams.
Even you say in the freezing will do nothing. You need to sift the glue.
Oh, yes, it will. The freezing contracts or expands depending on the temperature. That's why things melt. It expands.
Just boil the kettle and pour hot water on it, he says. And that's, that won't hurt the coin.
Oh no, exactly.
Boiling water will not hurt the coin.
Oh no, but I'm gonna do the overnight thing first, and I'm looking for coins that weigh 6.1 on the internet. There's a
I don't know.
combination of coins that weigh 6.1, but I'm not looking for
That
that.
doesn't help.
No, it doesn't.
Unless it has a coin inside, but you can't hear anything rattling. I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, I thought I'd just see what you guys thought, and I'm gonna take everybody's viewpoint and investigate.
What I think is super cool, no matter what.
I do too.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's really cool. But like Lima says, it would be a huge anomaly, actually. Like
Yeah,
Lima
it
says,
would
if
be.
it was both on the wrong planchette and wrong dies,
Yeah.
that'd just be crazy. That's just
It'd be
crazy.
cool for you to be the guy to find that.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember all of us peons when you get rich.
Hey, I am the peon to start with, actually.
Honey, something came in the mail. What is it? It's a bottle. What do you mean a bottle? It's a bottle. It's a bottle of tequila from Hector. Cool.
that came up in a situation that I won't mention the name of the company because it's pretty well known. But one of their employees asked me a question, and he wanted to know why my speech was so correctly spoken. And I said,
Why?
"Well, he didn't say it that way. I'm cleaning it up."
Okay.
Why you talk so nice, man?
Yeah, he wanted to know if I was born in another country and learned to speak English. And I go, no. And he goes, where's your family from? I said, California. No, I mean your dad. No, he was born up in the mountains. He's actually a hillbilly. He grew up in the mountains. And what about your grandfather? Oh, San Francisco. Okay, what about your great grandfather?
What's the purpose?
Well, I guess my face doesn't match what he thought a person should be speaking in a certain.
This
what do you look like?
Racism.
Yeah,
I know, right? What do you look like?
Well, I thought I look like an American, but since
we're all muttleys here, that's all I got to say. All Americans are mutts.
Exactly.
As far as I know, I'm a mutt. I know that for sure. I've got German, Jew. So there you go. Right there's the lineage that I'm from, German and Jew. Can you tell me who in history is German Jew? And then there's Italian and Scottish and French.
Are there any children's ears in the vicinity right now?
Right next to my right hand.
Okay, well, I'm a BASTA and finish the word because I don't know my daddy. So I was adopted, and so that makes me a bona fide one of them, and I'm wearing it.
Well, see, I can't go back 3 generations to America here. My 3rd generation back is in Germany, but nobody will tell me if it's German or Jew. I don't know if it's German or Jew or both.
Achtung, baby.
So, yeah,
Great YouTube.
EBG says you look like Californian, Hector.
Well, I had this one time I visited my son in Missouri, and I had the same kind of conversation with the same kind of attitude, and I'm going, and then he finished up by saying, well, I'm 184th Seminole Indian. I said, what that's got to do with anything?
Wow. Oh my God, Hector.
Well, I guess they find my diction is beyond reproach, and I like I said, if I was lined up next to a border brother, and that's how they call us sometimes.
Good grief!
Oh yeah,
I never heard that. I live in Arizona. I never heard that before.
Because it's given among us ourselves.
You got addiction. It's not an affliction.
Well, I thought so too, but until I thought no.
Hector,
I get it from
people are being. I'm just going to say, people are being really stupid right now. And please, please, please don't let it get to you. Just laugh at them and go about.
Rose.
Their ignorance. Okay, it's better to be thought a fool than to open your mouth and be proven a fool.
Right.
That's all I got to say. And
And the thing is,
they're opening their mouths, and they need to be not opening their mouths.
Yeah.
They need to shut up, because
yeah, well,
that kind of ignorance is what causes a lot of
I mean,
divide
it's an
and hate and
division.
fear, and the fear is what drives the others, and it's not okay.
Yeah.
It's absolutely not okay. And for people to assume like that makes an ass out of you and me. Assume. I don't have tolerance for that kind of behavior from people. So I'm sorry that happened to you, Hector. But like I said, laugh in their face.
Oh
Just
no,
laugh in their face.
I take it to a different approach. I take it to the point where, what does an accent have to do to qualify a person as an American citizen? If I talk like this in America and he was born just down the street from me, where
Oh my God, then you're white supremacist, my dear. Then
Well,
you'd be a
no,
white
I mean,
supremacist.
Only if you've got the Union Jack in your truck back
Well,
window.
I'd rather debate a person. I'd rather debate a person because I want them to know that the reason why I still believe in the United States being on the growth of, how should I put this, to fulfill the promises that the Constitution said for all people are created equally. Not all men, but all people are created equally. And that was just a term they
Right.
used these days. Because even women, white women didn't get the vote until the 1920s.
Mm-mm.
How about that?
Exactly. So suffrage, we stepped back and
Yeah.
allowed others to vote before us. But that it's neither here nor there. That happened then, and we're
Mhm.
here now. So everybody has a right to vote, and everybody should exercise that right, regardless of how we got here or when. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And like EVG says, I always. This is the reason why my family didn't say whether we were German or Jew.
Well, you know something?
3 generations back.
I-
3 generations back, we were screwed no matter what.
Well, this is one conversation came up when I was in college, and there was about talking about ethnicities. Everybody stood up against the wall. The teacher had us against the wall, up against the wall, and we're all standing up. And he started pulling us up by skin color. And this is a great experiment we had in school. So there was a black guy, a few Latinos, an Asian, and then the people against the wall were all Caucasians, blue-eyed. We're all brown-eyed, dark hair. Well, for me at the time was gray and gray hair.
Salt and pepper.
And he asked the question, "Who is American here?" And we looked at each other and he said, "Raise your hand." Every one of us raised our hand.
Well, yeah.
And the question was posed because these people here, and he said these people, and it was a group that I was in, why would you not consider them Americans?
Wait, what? Because it was already determined that everybody was American. So why would he do that?
He would do that because he wanted to show that even though we're born here and given the birthright of an American citizen, he asked one question. You guys ever heard of the word anchor baby? And I raised my hand and said, I did. I said, how? Well, how do you know it? And he goes, I go to him, well, it's a euphemism for saying for a child to be brought over to the border so they become a U.S. citizen, and the mother who's foreign born can stay with American citizens.
Oh my God, I never heard that before.
Anchor baby? Oh, yeah. When you're on,
never heard that.
Yeah. INS uses it a lot.
That's not okay.
Yeah. No, it's not, but it's true. They'll come over here just to have the baby born, just so they can claim the U.S. citizenship.
Well, I knew that, but I never heard the saying. I never heard the ugly saying. That's a horrible, ugly saying. So.
Well, there's still about 1,000 kids separated from their parents in the border. They'll never. I'm sorry?
I said Mike Wolf is here. Hi, Mike.
Oh, hey, Mike.
Yeah, well, my mom told me that her and my brother, if we were all stand up against a wall and we were in Germany, her and my brother would be okay, and my father and I would have been killed. Because my father and I are dark-haired, brown-eyed, and my mom and my brother both blue-eyed, blonde-haired. So just by the way we look.
Well, the other part of the experiment was everybody was asking where your origin, your family origin, not so much where were you born,
ethnicity,
but
but
the
yeah.
origin. Yeah. So everybody on one side said Mexico when California was Mexico, or some
Mhm.
people said they're born in the family was born in China, or there were, but you could tell that everyone on the one side of the building in the room was that we're foreign born. But then we asked the people across from us, they were foreign born too, because their families came other than one person who was
Uh-huh.
Native American. He was a Cherokee Indian, full-blooded. I mean, he comes from a long line of family from Oklahoma. And he did it on purpose because he wasn't part of our class. And he did it on purpose for an experiment to start talking about what is an American? What's it supposed to look like?
Yeah,
And
none of us know.
yeah.
Can you even describe American food? We are such a melting pot. We're an eclectic group of
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
wonderfulness.
Potato chips came from Texas. The Skogies
Oh, did they?
came. Well, I mean, all the different kinds of foods we consider, staples, in neighborhoods or in cities, like the pizza, Chicago pizza. It's not called Italian pizza; it's called Chicago pizza.
Yeah.
Or San Francisco sourdough bread, which is one of my favorite. Oh my God!
San
Get a
Francisco.
sourdough bread, cut it in half,
Yeah.
put garlic butter on it, and then mozzarella
Mhm.
cheese on top of it. Oh my gosh!
Lemonhead. Just gonna say that. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Lemonhead.
Who's a redhead?
No, I don't know about the redhead, but
Oh.
we're talking about garlic bread now.
You're a redhead. But no, I enjoy talking about that because people should start talking about things that were taboo before. I mean, the only thing we're going to grow out of this is that we stop thinking that all because you have an accent or you look like a person from another country. And when you open your mouth, I mean, when I was 13 years old, I heard immigration in Spanish being la migra. And I heard everybody running. Corren, corren, la migra, hijo, la migra, la migra. And this big cop comes down our row where we're picking grapes, table grapes, and he says, why didn't you run? I said, why? Well, I'm immigration.
Right. Yeah. I remember that story. Yep.
Yeah, so I said, I'm an American citizen. Why would I run? You don't look American. I said, oh, shoot. Yeah, well, yeah. And he asked me for my papers. I said, Americans don't carry papers. Where's yours? Well, did you see the uniform? I said, I don't care. I said, I could buy that same uniform at a shop. It may cost me a lot of money, but you still can buy a uniform. Ooh, a cracked penny at both ends.
It was stuck, I think. Is there any extra strikes or anything on it?
That looks like is it? Let me ask you this: is it bowed, Darren? Is there any deviation from being flat?
No, it is pretty much dead flat. Not really having an issue with that.
Mic check, Darren.
Wire cutters.
Used as a tool at some point.
Yeah.
Cat die. That's what I was trying to say earlier. I knew it'd come to me.
I got a penny that's got 2 pop marks, and it looked familiar, so I went to my garage and got my BB guns out, and I got a BB out, and I put it on top of the puncture. That every BB fit exactly the same indention in that.
Huh.
It'd make a hell of a
Hector says how about that? Take it in your mind that every single family in Russia lost at least one close family member during World War II. Yeah, I have to agree with you. But at the same time, if it wasn't for the United States going into the war, a lot of places would have been very, very different. I can't say what, and I can't predict the future from that time period. But when my dad, his 2 brothers went to the service, I can remember them signing up for the draft, including my grandfather. Both of them, my grandparents and my 2 dad's brothers were born in Mexico. They were told to not volunteer, they were drafted. And then when they tried to sign up for when they tried to start citizenship in 45, when they came back, they were denied.
Not okay. Not okay.
Yeah, you can fight for the country, die for the country, but you can't become a citizen.
It's like we call our kids 18 years old as adults only so that we can put a gun in their hand and send them to war. They can't buy cigarettes. They can't buy alcohol. They can't, it's like, excuse me, but if you're going to call my kid an adult at 18, why can't he do everything that I can do?
I don't know what the issue is in the United States, but if you walk into any bar in Canada in your uniform, they're not going to ask you your age no matter what.
Pretty much here too, Darren. Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much here too.
it's a courtesy,
Yeah.
actually.
It is. It's a courtesy. It's still illegal, but it's a courtesy.
I mean, when one of my uncles went back to England, and he wore his uniform, even though it was tight fitting. I mean, he was there when he was 21 years old, little guy, tall and thin. Every time he went somewhere, every person from England shook his hand and told him thank you for being here in our states. He said he never felt more welcome in the country than his own.
Hmm.
But that's okay. I like discussing it because it opens people's minds.
Those who don't know, yeah, I grew up in California. It's a melting pot, so I know what you're talking about, and it's not okay, especially in some place like California, where everybody's from everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. Okay, when I was in my, I don't know, 20s, I guess, I don't remember, 20s, 30s, something like that, I took a Greyhound into Indiana. So all the southern states up into Indiana. And the farther I got away from California, the more uncomfortable I became. I'm white, so this is weird, but the farther I got away from California, the more uncomfortable I became. And I stayed in Indiana for probably 3 months, and I took a Greyhound back to California. And the closer I got to California and the more diverse the people were on the bus, the more relaxed I became.
My son came home from my son's 6'2" and 260 pounds. He's a football player looking like guy, right? But big teddy bear, really, really amiable person, really friendly, outgoing. It really doesn't have he's a big teddy bear, but don't piss him off. I mean, he got tired of being what's the word he used? More like an attraction of, where are you from? What do you really? Oh, come on. And he, after a while, he missed a lot of the diversity that wasn't in Missouri, so he came home.
Yeah, that's the truth too. Because I lived in Alabama. Wait, okay, somewhere where there was a bad tornado and a Winn-Dixie knocked down and somebody died. But Alabama. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I couldn't find any Mexican food. Nothing. Not even tortillas. Nothing. I was so mad, and I was craving Mexican food, something horrible, because it's my favorite. I grew up in California. Chinese food, sushi, all that stuff. I grew up eating all of that seafood. Couldn't find anything out there like that. And the longer I stayed away from home, the more homesick I became from the food and the people, the diversity. It was weird. I live in the desert right now, and we do have one place that serves sushi, and it's kind of like, okay, do we chance this or what?
Something.
So far we haven't gotten sick, but I've been introduced to a whole new different kind of food out here, and it's like, oh yes, this is good.
Well, when we went there to visit my son, let's see, he was there for 6 years. We went there on the second year he was living there, and the fourth year, and we flew into Missouri, and the food. It was like they said, it's cornbread. I mean, it was cornbread. It was collard greens and beef and stuff like that, right? And but my son, who never really cooked when he was home, started missing. So we started sending them packages of at least the spices. I mean, the meat could have been there. Found a few places where they did have tortillas and corn and flour, but I tell you what. He now cooks for us here. After all, yeah. So in a way, the
Benefit.
heart goes fonder when the stomach goes hungry, he came home like he was making salsas. As a matter of fact, the salsa that he got from my wife is as a recipe. He won the company salsa contest 2 years in a row. So they
Very
said, "You
good.
cheated. You're using your mom's recipe." He said, "No, it's my recipe, but I'm just using my mom as the base." But yeah, my next door neighbor is Sikh. My next door neighbor is Italian. My next door neighbor is from Mexico. My next door neighbor on the other side is I really don't know. He calls himself mixed wheat and white bread. I'm going, what does that mean? Because I don't know
White.
where I am.
I don't
And
know
that's
what
what he
that would
told
be
me.
either.
Yeah. So when we had for some reason I invited two of my friends over from the next door neighbors, Italian and the Sikh, and I was making tacos, and it was in the backyard, and my wife had gone with her girlfriends for dinner, and then so I didn't want to cook in the house, so I went outside and started making some tacos, and they came over. Hey, what are you doing? I said, come on over, bring some beer, and I'll feed you guys.
Yep.
So we came
Santa
over.
Barbara. Sounds like me and Santa Barbara. Go on.
They never had homemade tacos.
Oh, no. Oh, what a treat.
Yeah, so every Friday they brought the beer, which is fine with me because he would bring Moosehead, or he'd bring over a Heineken, and over here he'd bring me Crown's Chivas Regal, something like that, some fancy liqueur. And every Friday for almost 6 years, and then our wives heard that we were coming over here having. Well, what can we have? So we had one person, Juan, made chicken. My next neighbor brought the libations, and so did my next neighbor. He brought the wine over. We had 6 different households here, and they each brought 2 couples. So we all made chicken, pork, beef, fish tacos, and we had
the chilies and the onions and the everything else too.
Avocados. We had the garlic fresh. We didn't use anything that was hydrated. It was all natural. And they go, "Is this how you guys eat all the time?" I said, "Well, pretty close. I mean, we have shortcuts, but yeah, naturally, that's what we usually eat." And they said, "Oh my God!" And then when his daughter got married, it was a blast. I had a Sikh kitchen for 7 days, 7 nights, for like a wedding reception, and then we went to reception. You could not believe the food they had. I didn't eat in the house. I ate in my backyard because they had a kitchen set up in my backyard, refrigerator, stove, sink, everything you think as a kitchen in the backyard. It was awesome.
Yeah. See, what you're talking about right now is what I miss about California. Like about the only thing besides the ocean that I miss about California is
Hey, Albert.
everybody getting together and just coming together like that, and cooking up all the different kinds of foods and having a good time. And oh man, I remember I used to just go to a party and start drinking and say, hey, start talking to people. I didn't know who they were. They didn't know me. It didn't matter. You just
Well, that's what I
end
really
up
believe.
making friends. You just make friends. If somebody's having a party, you can hear the music. You go over there and you hey.
I talk to everybody comes to the door. My wife says, "No, not again." I talk to them because they're religious people, and they talk to me, and then they'll say, "Have you found Jesus?" And I'm going, "That's my intro."
Come in, I show you what I found.
Yeah. So it's fun that if you can exchange ideas without having personal, I call them personal arrows to inflict conflict. I don't like that. I mean, even a friend of mine. I have one of my best friends when I was working at a huge company. He was an atheist, and he saw that I had a cross on my dashboard. We went to lunch one time, and he goes, "Can you put that away? That's offensive." I said, "Really?"
Oh.
I said, "You're in my car, and this is my belief. You're telling me that it offends you. How about the fact that what you believe in is offending me now?" And as we had a great conversation at the end, he said, you should be tolerable. I mean, if I'm tolerable because I knew you're an atheist because you was talk about it in the office and you're not supposed to, I don't think you should come to my property or my house or my place and tell me that what I am is not
Yeah,
offensive to you. I mean, this is
but
America,
and
and differences are appreciated.
that population of people is small, thank gosh. But you know what? They're also very loud.
Hmm.
So
Native warrior, I believe you very much because even in Mexico, most people that in my family were Tarasco Indians, and Indians are not in Mexico treated very well. They're considered a second class citizens. Even the term being
wow.
called an Indian is an insult. Yeah, and my mom, she's half Tarasca. It's a band of Indian tribe in Michoacan where she's from.
Dang.
Yeah. So, well, even the American Council, I went to a powwow, and they invited all Mexican American students from the city college, and they said they invited us because of our heritage. That the first Mexican person born in Mexico was a Spaniard and a native person of the land. So they
Right.
always considered us that.
Wow.
AVG, I have no delusion about what your part was in Russia, but if it wasn't for the United States going into England and the European theater, that would have been trouble for England. And we started late. The only reason why we got into World War II is because we got attacked by the Japanese. I have no disillusion. I'm very well versed on the Pacific and American participation. Now, the Russian side, I probably have to learn more about that, and I
Excuse
admit
me
to
for
it.
1 second. Excuse me
Sure.
for 1 second.
Darren, what kind of coin is that right now? That's cool. I think he's got his mic turned off. Darren? Oh, it's moving. Hello, Darren? Well, I can see a wheat penny on the left. The right, I can't tell what that is. It's probably not a Canadian coin. Yes, that's one. Like I said, the only reason why we got into World War II because most of the people in the United States, if you're unaware, they didn't want to enter the war with Japan, Italy, and Germany. And I'm pretty sure that if we were supplying England for the fight against the Axis powers, I think the outcome would have been very different. At least you would have had half of Europe into Russian hands and the other half in German hands. But the only reason why we got into the war, from what I'm understanding, is that Pearl Harbor was bombed. We declared war on Japan. So when we declared Japan the war, then we got into the war with the other two. I didn't read your comment. Let me see where you're at. Oh, I must be. Yeah. No, I'd just like to see where the subject is and where it takes us, because it shows me really what people are, when the comments made. Hang on, guys. My wife's calling me quietly. I don't know why. Guys, I'll be right back. My grandson needs some help with some stuff. Be right back.
I'm back. Is everybody still here or no?
I'm here. My grandson's having a problem with his, and I'm
Okay.
looking for my phone. I can't find it. He's having a problem with his stream, but I can't find my phone. Maybe he has it with him, but
Ah,
he hasn't come back yet. So I'm gonna let him. When I think he has my phone. That's what happened. Where is my phone? That's weird. I always have my phone here with me. No, not on the floor. So what else? I try to talk to Darren, but he seems to be in the mute, and I know I see him moving something.
yeah, and I haven't heard him say anything for quite some time. Darren, mic check.
Yeah, I see he hasn't responded yet either. Whoa. Hey, you know something? What year is that coin next to the 47S, Darren? Looks like a leer. You know
To the right.
the Irish coin.
Hi, folks.
Hey,
Let me,
There
that
you
Irish?
are.
let me explain myself quickly. One of my friends who drives a cross-country truck is just on the phone right now, and I'm getting filled in here. So I've got you muted, and I'm still sliding coins around because I'm looking at them on the screen as well. But I'm just going to finish up a little bit with him. If you need me, I don't know, cut me off and I'll know.
Oh, we can wait.
Okay, well, what's that
Yes.
coin next to that one on the right? Real quick.
I think it's an Irish coin. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Erie.
someone else said it was Irish. Al said it's from Ireland.
The 47 is a lamb. LAM. Or maybe it's a LAM. Venezuela.
Venezuela. Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be that we heard that everybody in Venezuela got cheap gas, but apparently you get cheap gas in anarchy. So who needs that? New penny.
I was talking
Headache.
to. I put gas today in my car, and their tanker was there filling, I guess, the tanks inside of the store. Yeah, I mean the underground tanks for the store. And I asked him. He said, "Hey, how many places you go with this? All these, you know?" He said, "Well, I'm carrying 20,000 gallons of gas here." And I said, "Well, how many grades?" He goes, "Just one grade." And I asked him. Then I asked him the question. I said, "So tell me, if I bought gas from, let's say, Arco, Chevron, or whatever," I said, "Well, I can't tell you about that, but I've been to those places."
He's telling you it's all the same gas
It's
regardless.
all the same gas regardless, yes.
And then I asked him, why do they charge different prices? I mean, I can go to one side of town and it's $3.49. Then I go to another side of town, it's $2.47. You know,
Because they can. It's called capitalism.
When it comes to Canadian gas prices, I'm convinced that they know what they want for an average for the fiscal year. So what they'll do is they'll jockey with the price at different times. They put it up on long weekends, they put it down at
Yeah.
other times. But the
They do
end
it here,
result is they know what average they're shooting for, and they'll get it.
Actually, when I was not a district manager, I ran 3 stores for a local convenience store, and it had the time on their logo.
912.
Oh, very good. Anyway, so when I compared because I had to do what they call comp shop, I had to do other convenience stores prices on gas, and I started plotting it and I got nerdy. So I started looking at the economic, socioeconomic areas of each of the different gas stations and where they're at. And it actually went by price of the home and the travel distance that they use between, because you'll see less gas stations in more ritzy areas, and you'll see more, and you'll see more along the highway corridor, or you'll find them. The prices are lower at situations where people can't afford to buy premium gas at $5 a gallon. You know, I'm just saying those
Right.
numbers.
Well,
But
yeah,
yeah,
but you're right.
so I asked my district manager and his regional manager, how come our prices is it? Well, if a person, we put gas at, let's say $5 an hour, $5 a gallon in one of their where they're living and they're only making like minimum wage, we'll never sell gas. They'll try to look for the cheapest. So they have this down as a science.
You might just lose gas out of your gas tank in the middle of the night a little more often in that neighborhood.
Yeah, I was a child of the 70s, and we waited in line depending on what number our license plate had, odd or even,
Are you
and you
kidding
never
me?
let it. No,
Darren,
I mean California, and you never let the car get below half a tank ever,
right? Never.
ever.
That's a California thing.
I still do
But
it.
and the thing is that we never. Well, I'm giving away some of my secrets. Some of my friends, we wouldn't go to places where in our neighborhood to take gas from. For one, they could find out who was in the neighborhood at night because people are out all the time. But if you go to like the pricey side of town, the Jaguars, the Range Rovers, like that's where we got our gas. I mean, no. We never went to a house in our neighborhood because usually they didn't have much gas in the gas tank.
I was gonna say dirty gas because it's too low.
Uh-huh.
It's dirty gas. It has nothing to do with the people. It has everything to do with the fact that they can't drive their cars because their cars don't have gas. And the gas sits there and it's dirty because it's
Not
at
with
the
the
bottom of
people,
the tank.
what they made and how the conditions their cars are in.
Yeah.
Oh, Rose, you're in Arizona, right?
Pandemic Central, yeah.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that I heard on the news today that you guys have 156% increase in COVID testing positive.
Well, you know what? Okay, here.
Well, I want to hear from the source because you're in that state and you're participating, living in the area.
I don't get out much. I don't wear a mask. Okay, here's the deal. I don't get out much. I don't wear a mask. Yes, the numbers are up, but so is testing. So we, for a very long time, did not have testing here. They told us, yeah, you can go here, you can go there, you can go, and everywhere. There was nowhere to go get tested. Nowhere. So you got to look at it like in reality, we weren't getting tested, therefore the numbers were low. Now that we've got the tests and we're getting tested, the numbers are going to go higher. So it's going to look horrible. I haven't noticed that there's been a whole lot of, like horribleness going on.
I use an analogy in class. I test every student, and there's 30 in a population, let's say it's a city. You know who are the A students? You know who the B students are. You know who the C students are. You know who are the D students and the F. If you didn't know if you looked at them, you wouldn't say, oh, this person's an A, and you probably would be wrong. But to me, testing is like people that have been infected won't be known. And if they're carrying it on to someone else, like, for example, that one family and here in this town, we've lost 8 people just since the start of March, which is really a low number. But then the lady on the newscast, when she was saying, wear your mask, make sure when you go out there, wash your hands, when you come home, whatever she said there. Yeah, but it feels different when you lose one person to the same thing because they didn't test at all for her and then she died of it. And the only reason why they tested her is because she was so badly ill, they had to test her before they admitted her to the hospital.
Okay, well, here's what happened out here. Back in January, December, January, February, somewhere in there, before it was actually really widely known what was happening, the doctors were acting very strange about any kind of respiratory infections that we were getting. And we were being told some very weird things to do. Don't let your throat get dry. Make sure you have enough to drink and honey. Lots of honey. And we're like, wait, what? And a lot of us got sick. a lot of us got sick, and we just thought it was a cold or a really bad respiratory infection. And I can tell you right now, I have not been sick since then, and neither have my two kids.
But you also been isolated too.
To a point. I mean, we have to go grocery shopping. We still have to live. And my brother and my one son had been working during that time. And like I said, we all got sick during like between December and February before it was really widely known what was happening. We all got
And
pretty darn sick, really sick. And the
they were
doctors were just telling us there's nothing we can do. It's a virus. It looks like a virus. Just make sure that you keep your throat moist. Don't let your throat get dry. Drink a lot of water and honey. Incorporate honey.
And now they're saying that they're finding spots, and I don't know how they do this because people above me that are way smarter, you know, they do the investigation about where it started, how it started, when it came to the United States, when all those questions that I could not answer. But they said I got sick sometime around the same thing, end of January, beginning of February. My wife came down first with it, and she had, you know, headache, you know, coughing, watery eyes, and like that. And then I got it a week later, but not as bad. And
most of us are going to say, okay, well, it's RSV season. And that means colds for the adults and very bad respiratory infections for the children who are going to end up in the hospital, 2 and under, RSV. And, you know, that's all about the same time that all of that usually takes place anyway. So we expected to be sick no matter what, because that's the time of year it is. But the sickness was different. It was different, a lot different. And none of us knew why. And the doctors wouldn't say any much more than make sure your throat doesn't get dry, drink a lot of water, and incorporate honey.
How come my YouTube channel on your side? Oh, here we go. I couldn't see Native Warriors. And I wanted to respond to them, and I couldn't. I don't know what E is. Native Warrior. What are you talking about? It's good. It's on E all the time. Like E is in the channel E on cable.
No, E for empty of gas, I think. E.
Oh, yeah, I think he was talking about empty gas tank.
Okay, that makes sense now. My niece, who I never thought would be a nurse, very shy, very timid, very reserved, very quiet person. She's a trauma nurse at our regional center, medical center between Sacramento and Bakersfield. And she comes home, and we just talked to her, 4th of July. She came to the door to drop some stuff off, and she was wearing her mask. And last thing she told us, make sure you guys wash your hands, make sure. And I mean, and I said, and I asked her why. I said, because I'm working, usually I work 4 days on, 3 days off. She said she's working 6 days a week, 15, 16 hours a day because of the.
That sucks.
Yeah. And she's a sweet,
and when was
sweet,
this?
Just last week, just 4th of July.
Oh, yeah, 4th of July, yeah.
Yeah. And she says that her ICU hospital is at 90%. If this uptick, the valley where we're at, it's a lot lower than San Francisco and Bakersfield and LA. I mean, they're having, and me being older, I'm a little more cautious.
Yeah.
But she kind of scolded us because we came out the door to say hi to her without our mask on. I said, "Are you kidding me?" She says, "Well, look, I work in the hospital. I take it home every day."
She's right, though, because I did too. I worked in the urgent care. I would bring home all kinds of nasties, and my kids would get it, and I wouldn't, as I was pretty immune to most of everything that I was being exposed to. But I brought it home. My kids would get sick.
Well, I hate going to the hospital because for 3 years my dad was in and out of the hospital, and he was in ICU 3 times. And man, going in there, I washed my hands wherever I sat. I wiped it down. It didn't matter if it was at the time. I was just everybody going in there, sleeping in the waiting room, especially in the ICU room. Ugh, that just
sleeping in the ER waiting to get seen, or sleeping in the ER waiting for their family to get seen. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. People, yeah, very, very sick. Anytime I've ever started at a new hospital, it takes me about 2 to 3 weeks. I'll be sick for quite some time, and
You
then
know
I'll
what?
be okay.
You know what's also bad? Students.
Yeah,
Students
I
are
know.
all
Little petri dishes.
yeah. I mean, they're closed. The desks. You know, I did not.
Uh-huh.
I asked the janitor one time when I first started teaching. I said, when you get a chance to wipe out the boards, can you also do the desks and wipe them down with Clorox? He goes, "Oh, we don't do that." Excuse me? With all the kids get flus and all that. I mean, this flu. I'm not talking about regular flu. You
Well,
don't.
remember when MRSA? There was a bad MRSA breakout in California a couple back, I don't know, 15 years ago or less.
I was in class. I
Yeah,
bought my.
I mean, that's when they decided to, oh, maybe we should wipe down the tables. It's like,
The thing is, the kids won't do social distancing. They won't wear masks. They won't wash their hands. They don't wash their hands getting out of
no.
the. It's going to be
Mm-mm.
really scary.
I don't know how this is going to work out. My other daughter in California, she's up in Sacramento area, and she's a teacher, and she had to get rid of all the tables, and they're putting up the desks, and I guess the bubbles. I have no idea. I don't know, but
Well,
it
they're
just
putting
sounds horrible.
partitions. They're putting them 6 feet apart. There are some school districts I've heard are going to go half day. Each student goes half a day from 8 to I guess 12 in order to get their lunch, and then from 12:30 or 1 o'clock, so the other classes are completely gone. The other half
What about the
comes in.
buses? What about recess? What about the buses? What about
No
PE? What
recess.
about
No recess. No PE.
what?
Because of the proximity and no social distancing, and because restriction of air when they wear masks, because kids won't be in the same classroom, they'll be eating their lunch inside of the cafeteria. They'll be eating in their classrooms, have classes, maybe 15 kids at the most, 6 feet distance between them, partition, hand sanitizer in each desk, because it's oh, that's scary. That looks
These kids,
weird.
their immune systems are all going to go to shit. That's all I got to say.
Well, I'm planning to retire either this December or next June. If it's next June, I don't know if I'm gonna have a full-time schedule. But if I do it in December, my daughter already asked me if I can homeschool my grandson.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and
My
I think that's
cousin's a teacher. I don't know what she's going to be doing. She's a middle school teacher in Corcoran, and I don't know. I don't know what she's going to be doing for the next year. You know, she
Well,
really hasn't said a whole lot.
here's a funny
So-
note. One of my teacher friends got a picture from one of her students' parents, and on the picture, mom is holding up a sign that says, "Teachers, you lied to me. My kids are not a pleasure to have in class."
Exactly right.
Isn't that great?
That's perfect.
And then I said, "Did you tell her back that we have to mold 30 different, if you have 30 in the class, but if you have 30 to 35 kids, you have to mold them into a single personality and attention span and testing and rules and she goes, I didn't tell her. I just let her figure out that teaching her own kids was just as hard. Can you imagine 30 different families
30?
teaching this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I think parents are finding out teaching is an art. Yeah, it's an art.
Yeah.
It's science.
Exactly. No, I there's a meme going around. It says, "Mom, why are you talking to yourself?" Because I'm having a parent teacher conference. Leave me alone.
And even the young people that are 18 and just getting out of school, I had a few students already tell me, and I saw them. I had my mask on. They had their mask on, and I didn't recognize them at first, but they recognized me for some reason. And so we stopped. Said, "Hey, how you guys doing?" "Well, I'm kind of bummed out. No graduation." I said, "Dude, Don't even worry about that. I mean, even when I went through my graduation, I don't remember who said the convocation. I didn't hear anybody valedictorian or salutatorian. All we want to do was get out and party, you know?
Yeah.
So
It was a rite of passage, though. I mean, these kids they work hard. They work hard to be able to say that they got to walk, right?
I could say some work very, very hard because their goal is to get to college and the best college they can. But for the majority, I would say they want to finish high school, get their diploma, and get to work.
And get to work, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I feel is on, because kids don't value. And I hate to say this because I feel sometimes we dummy down the work. I should dummy down. I should say more like their ability to finish the task so that they would at least get a minimum of C.
Yeah, the expectations have gone down.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, when you compare ourselves in math, science, and even physical ability, compared to the world.
And look what's going to happen with these kids. They're going to be in a bubble, in a classroom, not being able to socialize except like at a distance. No recess, and oh,
And you know, I'm a
with this.
teacher. You know
So
how
much
hard
wrong
it
with
is
this.
to run a mile? It is hard to get a kid to run a mile. It's hard to even kids to do 10 push-ups.
It's hard to get them to do the dishes. Come on,
Huh?
dishes.
What's that?
It's hard to get them to do dishes.
Yeah. Well,
It's not like when we were growing up. It's nothing like when we were growing up.
no.
I mean, we had like 2 recesses plus lunch. Okay, so we had time to run off all that excess energy,
Mhm.
and we were made to go outside and play after school, or even on the weekends. You know, don't come home until the sun's. If the lights are coming on, you better be in the house. You know, the kids these days, they don't go out and play. They don't go out and socialize. They don't go out and have 2 recesses and a lunch break. They don't go. Their outside time is minimal at best. They're deficient in everything.
Native Warriors talking about the Marines sent my 18-year-old a paper to sign up, and under race it had us as other WTF. Trying to figure out what that means. I'm not really good with acronyms.
Well, I don't know, but WTF to me means what the.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Did you know as of 2018, December of 2018? I hope I'm correct, but one of my students was telling me, she walks up to me and says, "Did you know that females have to now sign up for the selective service?" I said, "You know what selective service is?" She goes, "Yeah, it's where they draft you and put you in the army when we go to war." I said, "Wait a minute. You mean to tell me you want equal rights?
Uh-huh.
You mean you get to get drafted just like us guys?"
Oh my God.
Well, I didn't. At 55, I got a letter saying that was what 6 years ago? No, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. 8 years ago, I got a letter saying that I'm no longer part of the select service system.
You're like, oh, okay.
At 55, can you imagine?
You're Section 8 already?
Yes. You Section 8 already?
Oh no Section. Oh, maybe I was Section 8 before But yeah, I didn't know that 18-year-old females were. But they don't have the penalty of the law if they don't sign up. Because I know I heard that if you were to sign up for any federal grants, any federal loans, anything to do with federal benefits, if you hadn't signed up for the draft, you don't participate.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like
I forgot about
freedom.
having to sign up, and my one son's going to be 18 in November. I forgot about him having to sign up. It's like,
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like freedom.
It's just it holds them. It is freedom. It's just they're not forced to go in unless there's a war.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that it's different for one sex than the other. A second ago, when I had that $10 bill up, it had the Canadian Rights and Freedoms Act there, our Chapter 15,
Oh.
as we call it, and it makes it very clear we don't make discrepancies anymore when it comes to that kind of thing, man or woman. If we're going to
Yeah.
send you, we're going to send all of you.
Yeah, that's how it is here. I mean, I didn't know that there were no consequences for a woman if she didn't sign up. I did not know that.
Darren, I'm old enough to sign up for the Vietnam draft.
Boy,
Yeah, my mom.
you're not that much older than me, but
Yeah, but I was old enough because I was the oldest person in my class. You know how you have to wait at in California? I don't know about another
Yes.
states. I had to wait a whole year because I was born a day after the cutoff.
I was born 5 days too late, or something like that. Yeah.
Hector,
So I should have been in the class before. Had I been in the class
I had to wait.
before, I would have been drafted because
I had
some
to
of my seniors, when I was a junior, got drafted.
what is your
But I was
birthday?
December 56.
Okay, well, the year I'm February, and I went to Catholic school too, eh? And my dad marched me down to the principal's office because I was a big boy, and he said, "I know he's 5 and not 6. I don't care. I want him in school. He's way bright enough to be in school. We want him in school." And sure enough, with your when it's a parochial school, you can pull a string one way or another sometimes. And I got in when I was 5 to grade 1, and I was always the youngest person in my class and never, ever the smallest. Never. But the youngest.
Silver Stars. Yeah, I remember the nuns, boy. They were not easy on us in Catholic school for any of the 3 R's, and one of them was religion.
Okay, reading, writing, religion instead of
Yep.
arithmetic.
Well, believe me, they were equal no matter what the subject was.
Mm.
And to tell you the truth, I think that me being a teacher in what I had in grammar school to high school, because I went to 12 years Catholic school, and it was private, and it was all college prep, and I can tell you, every person, no matter if you had the ability or you didn't have the abilities, they made you toe the line. And I think that's where we go wrong with our students, that if we just let them graduate, that's good enough. But the quality,
it's the truth.
yeah, it's because, we really can't. I mean, I believe this. You can't make a horse drink water if it ain't thirsty.
Mm-hmm. I've had quite a bit of problems with my almost 18-year-old as far as school is concerned, and purposely flunking himself out. Just not. I mean, it started in kindergarten. He sat there for the first 2 weeks with his arms crossed and would not participate. And he's a late bloomer too, so they put him back a year, which helped him hugely. But it's like, kid, one of these days you're going to wish you had your diploma. Would you please at least put in just a small amount of effort, just a little bit, please? So he's still working on it. He'll get there.
Well, I look at it this way. The kids that I know are going to fail, I shouldn't say fail, short themselves. Let's put it that way. They wake up after they get into the real world, especially when they have an assignment that a boss has a handwritten them, or they got to use the computer to figure something out. They'll pick up the speed, and that's when you should tell them. And I tell all my students, even the ones that I had. Oh my gosh, I had some bright students, but I mean, they can talk about engine, they can talk about carpentry, electrician.
Well, but they're bored with the schoolwork. They're bored with the schoolwork.
I connected the arithmetic, geometry, anything I can get them to show a connection with what they're going to do in the future. And
right,
I had some kids tell me, "How come they don't teach us this way?" I said, because when I was going to school, they taught us that everything connects to everything. If you don't know one thing, it may hurt you in the future. And I mean physically. Like
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah. So we don't teach that. We teach to a project.
Everything's connected. No,
Yeah.
it's all connected.
Yeah. Stop breathing.
You got to,
What
yeah,
happens?
right?
Yeah. Die. What happens to your blood?
Everything.
Oh,
Mhm.
no oxygen. Oh, what is that? Science, biology,
Yep.
pulmonology. I mean, I would bring up all these just to show them that that everything
Plus
is
math with the rhythms. Yeah, everything. Yep.
well. I didn't teach them just English. I was an English teacher for 10 years, and I would teach them how to read a map, read how to fill out an application for a job. Man, that was
Uh-huh.
my biggest hit on the kids, where they said, "You mean to tell me this is how you're supposed to fill it out? You didn't fill it out right." And I said, "Why are you teaching this? We're not going to get a job right now." I said, "Yeah, but you will need it in the future." Because when I used to hire people, mass hire, I used to get, when we opened a store in a certain area of even in Arizona, I built 1, 2, 3, 4. See, Chandler, Mesa, Marysville, Guadalupe, Phoenix, Scottsdale, Marysville. I must have opened 10 stores, stocked them, trained the people in there, and man, they were glad to have a job, even at minimum wage, which is geez. But I would hire, but people couldn't fill out an application. Their education, you can tell, their handwriting was terrible. We couldn't read it. They didn't have.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't
have,
do anything anymore about punctuation or anything. I mean, penmanship, nothing.
No, and I did for a break from class. I would teach them calligraphy. They never heard of it.
Good. Oh, that's fun. Calligraphy is art.
Yeah, so they got into it, and I said, okay, you guys, you need to write a sentence in calligraphy and small penmanship. And they go, how do you do that? So I had to show an example, and I put it up there as I was doing it. And it says, it's going to take you 15 minutes to get that done the way you're doing it. I said, well, that's why it's art. That's why you learn to be patient. You focus. And I think that's one of the things that we don't have kids do is control their time, control their emotions, control their patience. I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of things that I did in class just to keep it fun, keep it different, but still, whatever they told us to teach.
Because you're a teacher, not a babysitter. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, and I like the hardest kids. The hardest kids I had, the better teacher I was.
Yeah. Well, they needed the challenge too, though. I'm saying because I can look at my own two kids, my two boys. Hey, RGG. I can look at my Mike Badger. How are you?
Hey, Mike.
And I can look at my two boys, and I can see how they frustrated their teachers so desperately, but it's because the teachers wouldn't challenge them. And I kept telling the teachers, you've got to challenge these boys or else you're going to lose them. And they did. They lost them.
Another thing too, I bet your sons had mostly female teachers from the primary grades.
Yeah, they did. They did.
I noticed at one school that I know here in town, the male teacher followed the class from third grade all the way to 8th grade. And they did so well, the male teacher there.
Yeah, my sons did much better with the male teachers than they did with the female teachers. Well, except for one, my youngest one, he ended up with a female teacher who took extreme interest in him to the point of buying him little dinosaurs and things for prizes for when he would do well. And she helped turn him around a lot. But it was mostly the male teachers that actually got through to my sons more than the female teachers. And I noticed it. I did, but I don't understand it.
Well,
Hector,
yes, sir.
Don't you think it was more that the teacher stayed with those children and learned their individual learning methods? You know how it is. You've got your sight, you got your touch, you got to say it, you got to hear it, you got to write it. But you get into different kids different ways. Once you've learned kids and they don't move away from you every year, I think maybe that's the key.
That would be
you know what?
But that may be true. But every other teacher who was female did the same thing in their classes, and they didn't perform as well.
and I'm going to have to say this, and being a woman, I'm so sorry for all these women teachers out there that are the way I'm going to describe it right now. But here's the truth of it all: the women teachers that my sons had actually punished my children more than rewarded them
Yeah.
for any behavior. For any
Yeah.
behavior, the male teachers took a huge interest in my children, and my one son's fifth grade teacher, he would call me after hours and on the weekends and say, "I'm concerned because," and I would say, "Well, let's try this," and he
Yeah.
would try it, and my son, he excelled with that teacher,
Yeah.
and there was 3 male teachers altogether total, I believe, between the 2 boys in their entire time in elementary and middle school.
Because every other teacher that was on the same track, or what they call here in California a track, is that the female teachers would have the same kids in the same way, but their behaviors was a slightly higher. I wouldn't say more, but I would say slightly higher.
I don't know.
So is what I'm showing here just like normal everyday money these days down there? No, this is old, isn't it?
No, what year is it?
How many dumb am I, hey?
Right next
What-
to the
You're
portrait.
Oh,
Right to the portrait, lower left, lower right. I'm sorry.
76?
Keep
Serious?
it. It's an older date.
oh
most,
yeah.
yeah. Keep the 76.
Got
Mainly
two
because anything over, and don't quote me on this because I've only heard it once, a certain amount of years, they pull them in so the new print come out on the new, like the 213s, the 219s. So I would put that in a sleeve and hold it for whenever you can, because that's going to be more valuable because it's 1976, and that's also a bicentennial paper.
How about that one? 63.
And you got a star. That's a star note, which means it's a replacement. 1963. Hold on. I gotta look that up. Where's my pen? Okay, where's my pen? Not an sheet of paper.
Just
Let me see. 1963. The star note. Give me the serial number.
oh,
L.
Larry 04 368 star.
Okay.
Yeah,
Repeat
so-
to you.
Oh, as
L.
far as, yeah.
Larry 04368569.
Looks good to me.
Right.
Got it on the screen as well.
Okay. Let me look it up because star note lookup. All right.
And they're not even, the numbers are,
You see, 1963 doesn't even go on the star note lookup. It doesn't even go past 81A. Wow. Let me see if I can
that's
find
really
another one.
cool. That's a nice dollar bill too. Looks like it's in good shape.
I would put that one in the sleeve quickly.
Hasn't been in a sleeve for 40 years, and I've had it all that time.
It will deteriorate with time.
Yeah.
E pluribus, baby.
Okay, I'm going to the old currency buyers. Let's see, paper money.
Here's one for you. Here's something a little different.
I'm not on the screen, so I can't see what's. I'm looking at. Okay.
Oh, that's a birthday note. That's a birthday note. May 5th, 1946.
It sure shit is.
Mm-hmm.
For somebody who's almost dead.
Well, they're in there. What's I forgot.
Could be your mom or dad's birthday.
Mhm. Yep, May
Let's
5th,
see.
1946.
You are right. I love putting these things up. You're so very helpful. Birthday. Ooh. And it's a 63 series or whatever. Whatever it says. 63A Hamilton.
Does it have a red seal on that 63?
No green.
No.
Well, it's a good thing. Well, it's if you had a red seal, $2 bill in mint condition, you're looking at $25.
All of my bills are green seal, and this one's the $10 bill I got up there now.
And it's a birthday note. It's 05051946.
Wow.
I know, huh? It's
Yeah.
beautiful. I mean, you don't even have to mix it up around to try and
And
figure it out. It's
if your
straight
name
up.
is Ian Adam, you got an I at the beginning and an A at the end. Ian
Yeah.
Adams. I got to find Ian Adams, who was born on 05/05/1946. This is his bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to do with also. Oh, you know something? I got a red book.
Isabel Arnott.
Something, huh?
This note is legal tender for all that's public and private, baby. You gotta take it, it's money.
Yeah, but it's not good for the silver weight anymore. That's why they don't have silver certificates anymore. You can't even get your silver, your money's worth in silver and silver certificates anymore, I don't believe.
No,
Even
you
though it
can't.
says that you can. Yeah, I don't believe you can. Yeah. I forgot which president.
Liars.
Yeah, liars. Liars.
I don't have any dollar bills, and I keep looking for something that is look up, but it has this funny kind of, I don't know. That's a little different. Starting on lookup 63. Well, let's look at 63 on eBay. $2 bills.
What was that? 63. No, the $2 bills I got are what? 76.
I look for
Okay.
stuff like prime numbers that are all odd, no even numbers, and serial numbers that are like really
You're
cool.
looking for radars and stuff like that.
Yeah, I look for that too. Yeah. I found, you know what? I forgot that I had it. Where'd it go? I found Unfortunately, it doesn't start that way or end that way. It's in the middle.
I guess I gotta pay for the better StreamYards. Can you record when you're using the pay version of this? No, not the StreamYard, the Droid Cam.
I don't know. So I have a $1 bill. I'm sorry, 2009, and it's L1555553.
Not bad.
I know, huh? So it's a trinary, but unfortunately, all those fives are in the middle.
Okay, gotta pull these little dudes. Been a long time since we've had $2 bills in Canada. The $1 bill, of course, been gone for a long, long time, but $2 bills too have also, of course, been replaced by our coins. Get a lot more wear out of a coin. But at one time, they used to look like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to look for the 63A. The only thing as far as I can get is the 81A. So that 63 that you have, I wouldn't even get a fingerprint on it. Not even dirt.
Put it in something.
I would.
I put it in my belly. Get into my belly. All right, so
yeah, that's 63. As far as I can go is 81A.
what we have on screen now, we got EAZ 0959390. Pretty cool. But then we've got
all those should be
blue.
Because even discoloring yellow with the value
828. And then we've got bill 829.
Oh, nice.
What year is those?
These are. Come on, camera rig. My fancy camera rig I'm so proud of. Do your thing. Do your thing. There it is, 73. Right in the dead center, Ottawa, 1973.
Oh, there it is. Yep. So now I can look at mine and find out what it is. I have a couple Canadian bills. I have a 10.
Here's AAF 2700200. It's a nice number.
The
Here we have
zeros.
AAE 3877455. We got doubles, but as far as we're able to get.
I have a 1 from 1973. It's Canadian.
Here's at AAT. Where you at? And somebody tells a bad joke, you say ag. Nothing else special about that number, I don't think. There's another at. I wonder if that one follows the other at. Let's go back, just in case, because I could very well have them out of order. No, they're way different. Okay. I'm using the Molnar method. He told me to. I still have to do it a little bit better, but he's given me some tips for presentation. When the Molnar gives you the information, you listen.
Yeah.
He knows
Yeah.
what he's talking about when it comes to photography.
Yes, he does. Absolutely.
Well, let's see what else we got here.
Good night, Mike Badger.
Good night,
Thank
Mike.
you for stopping in. I'm glad you stopped by. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. He's a good guy.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, absolutely.
Mr. Darren, get those all, man. Get him in practices, man.
It gets better. I'm just starting. I'm going to wheel through these because it's just a lot of the same sort of, except if you pay attention, the numbers, if you're a numbers person, you'll get, something cool. But we'll just wheel through these last two and we'll go on to something different. We'll just get rid of those. Just get rid of these. We'll just get rid of them. No, rid of them. We're rid of them. God darn it. Let's get rid of them. I'm sorry, Ritalin? I need Ritalin. I don't need Ritalin. All right. Here's a blast from the past. Star bill. Canada $2.
Imagine doing this too, right? The DEUX is due.
Deux. More like deux. $2. Banque du Canada. So there we have a 1954 issue. And this sucker's flat. This was there's another one right here that's a little bit beat up. You can see the dirt on the edges and stuff. Compared to this one, it's a little bit shabby. And it's not a star note. The star note's pretty. So we'll want to see the flip side, which is quite the view. We'll just back that off a little bit. That's not backing off. That is.
That is pretty.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll pull that one. The nice view of where the hell is it? I'm not sure.
Native warrior. Sorry. Darren, I'm reading chat. EVG and Native warrior are being funny.
You better make note of it because EVG's never funny. He's so serious. All right. So there we got a 5 with a star.
So you guys' stars in the front, huh?
The stars are with the serial numbers, right?
Uh-huh.
Le Banque du Canada. $5. $5.
Cinq.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, I can do un, deux, trois. That's it.
Cat. Just like kitty
Okay,
cat.
cat, like kitty cat. Okay, cat.
But really, it's like the word quarter, Q-U-A-R-T. It's like more like that word than it is cat, but it's said like that, and it does mean 4, and it's derived from the word like quarter.
Okay.
Cat. If I had a
And
$4
then-
bill, I would show you one, but I don't.
And then I go straight to German. So 6, 7, Stephen, 9. I can't do it now. I'm too tired.
And you thought you were going to go straight to German. Ha!
Well, I kind of did in my head, but it didn't come out my mouth that way. That's like me asking my German aunt, how do you say Gesundheit in German? Come on, really?
Comes out loose.
I can say Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah, but I asked my German aunt, how do you say Gesundheit in German? And she just laughed at me. That's like me answering the phone when somebody's speaking Spanish and I say, no hable English.
Oh, I got burned one time. There was a telemarketer calling me on the phone. And I said they were selling solar panels. And the person said something about that if I can speak to the man of the house or owner of the home or whatever, something like that. And I said right away, I went to my Spanish accent. I'm going to go, pues señor, te debo una cosa. No hablo inglés muy bien. Sí entiendo, pero no hablo. And the guy goes, oh, está bien, yo hablo español muy bien. I'm going, oh,
Oh, God. You blew it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. But it was fun, though. Last time
Sprechen Sie Deutsch.
Nein, no sprechen Sie.
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't understand.
No. No. No.
No, nein, yet, nada. Mm-mm. Just mm-mm. That's really pretty. Looks like a Christmas one.
No, that's summer in Canada. Haven't you heard? Snows here all the time.
No, it's the same thing. When we go to Mexico, it's summer, and when we come back, it's winter.
Yeah, I found out the hard way. You don't go to Mexico in August and
Oh, no.
expect to go outside and see the sights. It does no. Oh. Somebody told me, yeah, you come here at Christmas time. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay.
It's really pleasant, very pleasant weather.
Mm-hmm. And now I live in Arizona where you don't want to go outside in August at all.
So it's hard to say you're broke when you got to look at one of these and realize that you don't have any spending money, but there it is. And the problem with having one is doubled when
you've got 2 or 3. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not spending money anymore, no matter how you look at it.
Okay,
Right.
this is but is that 100-cent? It's not a dollar bill.
$100. Yeah,
$100 bills. 100.
Then why does it say cent dollars?
Because that's en français, my friends. Where cent means 100.
Cent means 100, like cent.
Like in music, how a cent is a measure of tone, and there's 100 of them. Anyways, French. That's all I'm going to say. It's not my fault. It's French.
I'm going to have to shut it down here pretty quick, guys.
Okay.
I'm starting to get night time. Does somebody want to start up a stream?
I have never done that, but Hector's the man. He knows how. But
What's
only
that?
if he wants to stay up. Do a stream.
I'm gonna go to sleep. But if somebody else wants to start up a stream, go for it. I'll follow you over there for a sec.
I'm going to show off a couple other quick things before we're done, hopefully. Just a couple of things, specific things.
You got it. That's fine.
One of those things is up there right now. It is the Canadian, as you can see, there's no serial number. What we're looking at there is our centennial bill. And as it mentions at the top, Centennial of Canadian Confederation, and it's got the centennial seal right there. And we'll flip that over. It's a very nice, crisp $1 bill.
Very nice.
Now, Then, if you really want to collect them, then you want this one. It is the Centennial Bill, but it has a serial number.
Oh,
And of
those are
course,
the collectibles?
well, they're both collectible for different reasons. And then, of course, if you can come across one of these, you might as well take it. As you can see, the top of it is very,
Uh-huh.
they blew the centering is what they've done here. So
Yeah.
that one's in the pile. And that's it. That's all I'm going to show from this Canadian paper money trail.
That's really cool. Does that come from your dad's stuff, or is that stuff that you've collected along the way?
Every single thing was done by my father. I have yet to
That
collect a
is so
single
cool.
thing, except for, and I haven't collected it yet. I'll tell you this. I don't know how many people are here in the chat or whatever, but before we go, I won a Canadian, if you can imagine, 1981, I believe it is, dollar from Nick Molnar's giveaway. I was the winner.
Nice. Very
And
good.
that's sweet, except for the fact that that's the only kind of thing I have lots of. And I was thinking, how can I sort of pay back a little bit and maybe have some fun with y'all? And I think I know we're going to do another giveaway. That coin is going to go to somebody else, but that's not all, of course. I am going to put in, now that one is from the 80s. I'm going to put in another non-silver from the 60s, from just when silver ended. I'm going to add in a silver 50-cent piece from Canada, and I'm going to add in a silver quarter from Canada. Those things will be guaranteed to be in the mail out. What else is going to be there is going to depend a little bit on where it has to be sent. But there it is.
That sounds really cool.
Nick and I are working on that, and he's going to put together a little bit of graphics for me because I haven't got a clue. And everything he does is backed up with super graphics. He's really good at that. So I'll get him to make a couple things up, and it's going to be one of those, you go and make a comment.
It sounds like fun.
I'm just under 100, so I'd love to have a few subs out of it. I'm going to ask, of course, like always, if we could get a few more subs and round out the channel a bit. But no matter what, we'll be sending those out. And like I say, the only thing that concerns me is, if it's a person who's very far away, I don't want to make the package too large to make it a problem. So I'm
right. Well,
I've never sent anything anywhere yet, right? So I'm a little, I don't know what I'm doing, but I've made certain, actually right now, I guess, public commitments. So I really want to do that and make a little thing, and I'll get over. I'll top the 100 because I'm just under the 100 now, which I just how it is with milestones, right? You just want to hit one and another. I'm thinking I should go out on a bang though on our stream tonight. So, bang.
There, I need to find your. Hang on one. Wow, I'm not. Yes, I am. Now I am. Okay, so you're at 89 now.
Cool.
And
I didn't have you.
I'm going to pick up your link and stick it in chat and ask everybody to go take a look at content. And if you like, please subscribe. And this is for Darren.
I have just now made playlists of most things, and with the help of AMP, of course, the place looks decent. I'm really tickled with how it's sort of proing up a little bit. It's not always fun to look like a beginner.
Then don't go look at any of my first ones.
Oh, I have those still up too. But you know what? I took down a few of them because my first ones had me literally offering my coins for sale because I didn't know how I felt about them. And now that I do, those are all down.
They didn't need to go down. Yeah. You're like, no, I'm going to keep them.
Yeah, it came to that. It didn't take long either. I mean, not just because of things like this, but I mean, this is something special I'm showing there.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got your dad's collection of stuff now too that you're going through and you're finding it's like a kid in a candy store, I would imagine.
Well, it's fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I found a couple of. I've only found one Indian head so far. It's driving me nuts. And only one buffalo nickel. Only one. I've got I've got one walking Liberty, but I have some Peace and I have some Morgan.
Oh, nice. You've got some good ones then.
Yeah, they're not the key years or the ones people fuss over, but they're just as pretty to me.
They're pretty, yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely. I don't have any Morgans. Someone's sending me a Morgan, and I do have two peace dollars, and I have some of the American Silver Eagles and the Walking Liberty. Obviously, I
I
have
want an
obviously
American
more
Silver Eagle.
American, but
want
I
a
have
Silver
quite a
Eagle.
bit of Canadian coins too, and I absolutely adore them. I love.
Do you know that the Canadian silver is 80% silver?
Yep.
Not 90? Okay, cool.
I do know that. Oh, United States of America. Very nice.
I really do want one of those American Eagle ones that everybody loves these days. That's currency, right? Not just a round. Or is it is American Silver Eagle or just a round?
You know what?
Not sure.
Says in God we trust.
No money value?
$1.
$1.
But don't spend it like $1. It's an ounce of fine. Is mine. The one I have in my hand right now is 1 ounce fine silver. It's $1. United States of America, 2007. It's a reverse, or maybe it's just a proof. Just a proof. It's a proof. My friend Perslice gave this to me, and
It's a mint set.
oh, look at that. See, that's my favorite design right now. The canoe. I like that the best.
It's called Voyager.
I like it.
Yeah, that's a mint set. I've got lots of mint sets. Dad used to get them every year without fail. Oh, my camera froze. I think you still in there?
Yeah.
I think yeah, I got you. I think my phone could be running out of battery right now. I don't know. Because that camera's picture is a frozen picture that I'm no longer broadcasting. But that's a nice way to end.
You're stuck there, huh?
Yeah.
Hector and Native Warrior, I believe I just made both of you moderators. If you want to go ahead and stick your links up there so everybody can pick you up.
Yeah, Native Warrior, I don't have you. I don't think I do.
Evidently Native Warrior, it's hard for Hector to find. You can't find you. So.
Well, you can choose your own name in here. It could be different, can't you? No, I guess you can only if you're on the show. Because then you can pick any wacky name you want.
Oh, yeah. You can put whatever name you want to whenever you're up on panel. And show yourself off. Yeah.
Pardon me. I said, pardon me.
What you and Nick are doing, that's really cool.
Well,
I was thinking I'm going to need to be doing a giveaway soon. I hit a year. I don't remember how many subs. I think I'm close to 700 at this point.
Yeah,
I think the last giveaway I think I did a 500 giveaway.
Everybody wants to get to 1,000 to be able to like live stream from mobile and stuff, right? I mean, that's kind of the first rung kind of thing. Get stuff out of
monetization
YouTube.
Too. Yeah.
Can you do it at 1,000?
We have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000
watch hours.
Uh-huh.
Now, that's other people watching your channel for at least 4,000 hours in a month. Is that what it is?
No, in a 365-day period.
Oh, okay.
From what I understand. I could be wrong.
I looked at that briefly the other day, but I didn't have a really tight understanding of what it was I was actually looking at.
Look at you. You're going to wait until I'm going to go off air, EG, and you're going to come up here and say hello to me. You're on mute. Unmute yourself. Hi, EG. That's all he has to do. Come up and go, hey, hey, and I'm happy.
EVG, before you hit the woods, are you sub to me? I'm at 89. Take me to 90, brother.
I think I am.
Darn.
I'm
You
pretty
probably
sure.
are.
So I'm gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure I am.
I think you are too, honestly. I just want to push along. Gleason has horseshoes. I've seen him win a few things, man.
Native
Gleason,
warrior, you're funny.
Gleason hooked me
Native
up
warriors, I
already.
need my kids' help. I'm not technically capable. Me
I
either.
hit the refresh button. I might be over 90 already. Come on. 92. Woo! Never mind.
Yay!
Never
Did we
mind. I'm
really
good.
get you
Thank you very
over?
much. I'm going to gloat
Yep,
tomorrow.
92.
I'm
Yay, yay.
going to gloat to
Yay,
my
yay.
wife. 92 people
Congratulations.
care what I say, babe. 92. Even if one of them isn't you.
Oh my gosh.
She says, who cares? I'm going to look at her and say, 92 people care. That's how many care. Good times. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Sorry I missed your
Actually, I
last
checked you at
stream,
93.
EVG.
You got to 92. You got 93.
Nice.
Because I
You'll be
have
at 100 real
another
soon. You're only
channel, the secret
like 8
channel
away.
that could have subscribed to you, and it did.
Haha, see?
And there it
That
is.
works too.
No, A3. It's a beautiful number. I like it almost as much as I like 94.
God. Oh, my head. Oh.
Because yeah, I have two
EVG,
channels. Yep. What's up?
I am sorry I missed your last stream.
You're not sorry.
I am actually, because you're gonna be gone for months and I won't get to see you
No, I'm gonna
I'll
be
be
gone
like-
not for months. I'm gonna be gone like for a couple months.
forever. And then I'm gonna be like, whatever happened to EVG? Oh yeah, he went up to go prospecting, never came back. He made it rich and forgot about all of us.
No, you'll have to watch all my videos and join the Patreon and
Is that right?
yep.
Okay. I do that. It'll make you feel like you're here.
But yeah, I'll have the early access for the patrons for all the videos. We'll be there for about in total maybe like 12 days or so.
Huh.
So each day I'll shoot at least one video, maybe two, but we'll release it on YouTube once a week.
You have it all set up and ready to go? Like timed or what?
Oh, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna go to Empyrean's channel.
Okay. Tell them I said hi.
I will.
Have a
You guys
good
have a
night,
nice
Hector.
night.
Thank you. It was
Everybody,
good
good
talking
night.
with you tonight.
Same here. Have a good day.
Good night.
Yeah,
All right.
bye.
Good evening. Bye.
Okay, I'm
See
going to
you.
float over to EMPS as well. We'll catch y'all later.
Okay, Darren.
And
Bye.
yeah, it's like most patrons will see it way earlier.
Yeah. Good.
Because yeah, I'll post it like as soon as I edit, I'll post on Patreon channel and stuff. But yeah, I'll be releasing video like once a week. So I'll be there for about like what 12 days. So in next 12 weeks, not counting these ones, I'll try to release a video once a week.
Cool. Thank you. Lisa News says, I want to show you guys someday what I've won in the past year. I've won 77 giveaways since starting counting. Wow. I spent a lot of time watching, though. I have a lot of fun with everyone in the coin community. That's cool, Lisa News.
And you missed my final stream. I can't believe it. I know.
You know, it's the next day. I get this email. Where are you? EVG's last. Come on, let's go. It was the next day. Like, wait, what? From Imperium, I think. Oh, I haven't been on much in the past 4 or 5
Hey,
days.
Grassy News. Hey, Native Warrior, and yeah, shoot me email. I really would like to swing by. I don't know if you missed my comment.
Yeah, you guys are getting ready to hook up. That's cool.
If we can make something like the video or something. I'm really curious about the history of Native Americans. So if I can get some kind of insight, that would be freaking awesome. So Native
There's
Warrior,
a
shoot me email with the address and we can make a date. I'm not gonna bother you much. I'll get in there and maybe shoot a video for a day and that's it.
sounds good, you guys. That's cool. Right on. Says he will. Good. All right, you guys. I'm seeing cross-eyed. I gotta get off. Gleason says, "Talk to you guys soon. See you later. I'll be back again. Take care. Good night, Gleason news."
What, you
And I'm
getting
gonna sign off,
cross-eyed
you
already?
guys.
I just got in here.
I told you that when you got here. I'm like, you just got here, and I said I was gonna get off. I stayed here for you. I stayed here for you, EBG. I think I said it about an hour ago. I gotta go. Oh. I'm glad you came to my stream. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I like it when you come to my stream.
Well, you're not gonna see me in next like about a month or two. Well, you'll see the videos, and I hope
Yes.
you'll like them. But yeah, I'm not gonna be in the streams.
I know. I love your streams. Wake up! It's giveaway time. Wake up!
Well, that's what I have to do because some people like fell asleep at 4 in the morning,
I know. I know.
and it actually wakes people up once in a while. So
You're fun. You're a lot of fun. All right, whoever else is in chat still, good night, Native Warrior. I think Hector already left. Gleason, good night. Hector, if you're still there, good night. It showed I had 8 people a minute ago. How many do I have still? 6. So, good night, EVG.
yeah. KGB showed up, so people like left. It's like, holy shit, KGB is here. We're running.
Run, hide, KGB here. EVG, you're funny. All right, good night,
yeah.
everybody. I'm
Yep.
going to end the broadcast.
Okay, have a good night.
Have a good night.
Yeah, bye.